Ji Chongqing just wanted a simple life, a stable job and a rich wife, but gets thrown into a world of immortal cultivators. His entire town gets wiped out by a demon cult and he gets dragged into the same cult against his will. After spending a year killing them all from the inside, they reward him by sending him to infiltrate the world's most powerful holy sect as a spy. Surprisingly, he becomes its #1 disciple, earns the highest merit ever recorded and gains the protection of the most powerful woman alive, all while hiding the fact that he is the very enemy they are hunting. However, before any of this, Ji Chongqing is furious that he has been sent to Xuandu Temple as a spy. Turns out, Xuandu Temple is a prestigious orthodox sect where disciples begin cultivating merit qi from the refinement stage. However, the man has already entered the demonic path through blood evil qi, meaning his cultivation path does not match the temple's methods and he is now being forced to change directions. Xuandu Temple is currently preparing for the inner disciple assessment, where the key criterion is the amount of merit qi a disciple possesses. Merit qi increases when disciples perform good deeds and the temple uses this assessment to reward the best disciples with an opportunity to directly break through to the foundation establishment stage. Unfortunately, Ji Chongqing only possesses blood evil qi, which would immediately expose him and get him killed if the administrators of Xuandu Temple were to discover it. At first, he believed he would be sent to an ancient world and could easily handle some tasks there in order to become the top scholar and reach life's pinnacle. However, after discovering that this world has immortal cultivation, Chongqing formed a plan to enter an immortal sect. But before he could do that, his town was attacked by the heavenly demon cult members. Although his cultivation talent allowed him to survive the massacre, he was forcibly taken away to join the heavenly demon cult. Despite being a peace-loving person, Chongqing had to follow the demon cult's rules. Over the next half-year, he spent half a year killing all the heavenly demon cult members who had destroyed the town. Now he has successfully condensed blood evil qi and entered the qi refinement stage, which attracted the attention of the heavenly demon cult's leadership. As a result, he was assigned a dangerous mission, to infiltrate Xuandu Temple as a spy. Li Daoyan, who is from the cultivation family, asks Ji Chongqing to come towards him. The only thing Ji Chongqing likes about Li Daoyan is his beautiful aunt, Li Changxi, who is one of the Xuandu Temple's 8th-level masters and holds a high position. Xuandu Temple naturally gained their top position through combat as the world's #1 immortal sect. It possesses the Xianhuang Merit Pagoda, which is the supreme defensive treasure of the world, and the various demon cults were never able to break through it no matter how much they tried. Li Daoyan praises Ji Chongqing for spotting the spy that was sent by the demonic path. He tells him that after he reported that Bing Zipping was a spy, his aunt quickly checked his background. Ji Chongqing smiles proudly and says that the reason Bing Zipping was caught was because he heard him talking in his sleep, since spies should never talk in their sleep. Li Daoyan laughs and tells him that Bing Zipping's soul has been scattered because mercy is not allowed here. He further tells Ji Chongqing that Li Changxi discovered that there are more spies from the heavenly demon cult and they will be exposed soon. Li Daoyan asks him to be careful, not knowing that Ji Chongqing himself is one of the spies. Ji Chongqing only smiles, and Li Daoyan is happy that Ji Chongqing has gained merit by reporting Bing Zipping. He also informs him that Li Changxi plans to make him her disciple after he passes the inner disciple assessment. Ji Chongqing sits at his residence, lost in thought. He has already reached the point that he could easily break through to the foundation establishment stage at any time. After struggling for a moment about what to do, he decides not to panic and believes that there must be a way. At that moment an announcement is made that the temple master will personally visit the Qi gathering place to conduct the inner disciple assessment, and all disciples are asked to gather there. Everyone gets up from their positions and walks to the designated place. Xuandu Temple considers both the talent and background of disciples when recruiting, but it values merit the most because those with pure hearts who help others accumulate merit. Ji Chongqing has never practiced Qi gathering because he can only attract it. Earlier he could not find any excuse to skip the assessment, since Xuandu Temple launched it as a surprise evaluation. Now, he begins to think carefully about any good deeds he might have done before. The temple master arrives at the Qi gathering place because wants to see the progress of Xuandu Temple's new generation. He is determined to conduct the assessment perfectly since senior sister Linglong gave him this responsibility. Everyone greets him along with Li Changxi. The temple master looks at the disciples from above and notices that most of them are younger than 30. He says that accumulating merit qi in such a short period with limited life experience is extremely rare. Others also agree that Xuandu Temple's requirements are very strict since they only accept disciples under 30, unlike other sects that only focus on talent and background. However, Li Changxi believes that having quality over quantity is the best option for their temple, and because of this rule they have remained the world's #1 sect. The other Meridian Masters think that this new batch of disciples under 30 will mostly fail, since only 13 disciples passed the previous inner disciple assessment. However, they suddenly see Ji Changxing sitting on a golden lotus formed from merit chi and become stunned. They begin to argue while guessing which lineage he belongs to, while the temple master wonders if this lotus is worth fighting for. The golden lotus glows with energy as Ji Changxing sees that merit chi is actually descending from heaven. The temple master is shocked to see that a disciple blessed by the Shenhuang Merit Pagoda has appeared, and believes this will bring great advantages to Xuandu Temple. Li Changxi steps forward and tells them that this disciple is Ji Changxing, who lives under their protection. She explains that he comes from an ordinary background but recently reported a heavenly demon cult spy. The other Meridian Masters still doubt Ji Changxing's merit, so Li Changxi reveals that the spy he reported was the illegitimate son of the heavenly demon cult's leader. If Ji Changxing had not reported him, today's merit might have belonged to the old demon Yu's son instead, since he had sacrificed 100,000 lives for him. The temple master asks how Ji Changxing discovered the spy, and Li Changxi informs him that he heard him talking in his sleep. Deep down she suspects that Ji Changxing accidentally learned about old demon Yu's plan and unknowingly stole the opportunity that had been prepared for his son. The temple master makes it clear that he sincerely wants Ji Changxing to join their Xuandu temple. He says he does not care whether Ji Changxing is a reincarnated true immortal or someone who accidentally resolved a problem for their temple. The other Meridian Masters agree, saying that it might even be better if Ji Changxing is a blank slate because he would develop a stronger sense of belonging to Xuandu Temple. At such a young age, he has already become enemies with the heavenly demon cult, so Xuandu Temple is obligated to protect him. The temple master expresses his wish to accept Ji Changxing as his disciple. However, Li Changxi says that she has already promised that she would take Ji Changxing as her disciple because he earned merit by reporting the heavenly demon cult spy. The temple master refuses. He does not want Li Changxi to take Ji Changxing. The other Meridian Masters also hesitate because her previous 8 disciples all died under her guidance. Li Changxi calmly responds that those disciples lacked power, but Ji Changxing is different and she has high hopes for him. The other Meridian Masters listen to her words and wonder if she is acting on impulse, but Li Changxi remains determined. She believes that only she can properly guide Ji Changxing and does not want to waste his talent by handing him over to the temple master. In the end, the temple master decides that Ji Changxing should choose his own master. Meanwhile, Ji Changxing continues sitting on the petal of the golden lotus while examining the glowing energy around him. He feels difficulty controlling his cultivation and realizes that he is about to reach the foundation establishment stage. The surrounding people are impressed to see someone finally breaking through. The chi refinement does not accept those without cultivation ability, so it serves as an important barrier that filters out those talents. The elimination ratio at this stage is 10-1, although achieving it became easier since the appearance of cultivation pills. Ji Changxing briefly thinks about his identity as a spy, but then the energy around him suddenly surges and reminds him that he is now Xuandu Temple's newest top inner disciple and rising star. He tells himself that he should not fear anything. He knows that his strength would not allow him to remain low profile even if he wanted to. In the heavenly demon cult he remained low profile, which was exactly why he was sent to Xuandu Temple to die. Now he realizes that he must become an undeniable genius in the eyes of Xuandu Temple's leaders. Soon after reaching foundation establishment, Ji Changxing feels the blood evil chi surging through his body. His physique becomes noticeably stronger, and it seems that merit chi and blood evil chi can coexist. The temple master and others notice the strange change and begin wondering why blood evil chi exists within his body. Li Changxi calmly explains that ordinary people often try to protect themselves in order to avoid trouble. After reporting Bing Zipping, a spy from the heavenly demon cult, Ji Changxing might have intentionally kept blood evil chi in his body as a defensive measure. The temple master thinks about it and agrees that her explanation makes sense. Ji Changxing soon teleports forward and stands before the temple master and all the Meridian Masters, greeting them respectfully. The temple master asks whether he knows the true identity of the spy he reported. Ji Changxing looks confused, and he is shocked when he learns that Bing Zipping was actually the illegitimate son of the heavenly demon cult's leader, Yu. Ji Changxing becomes nervous because he never expected Bing Zipping to have such a dangerous background, meaning he has now become an enemy of one of the strongest demons in existence. The temple master reassures him and promises that Xuandu Temple will protect him. Although old demon Yu is powerful, he cannot directly harm someone inside Xuandu Temple. However, Ji Changxing is still worried because old demon Yu has countless methods to eliminate him. The temple master explains that the demon Yu cannot attack him openly due to the rules of the cultivation world. He also confirms that Ji Changxing is now a full member of Xuandu Temple's inner sect, meaning his protection falls under the temple's responsibility. Ji Changxing thanks the temple master respectfully, although deep down he believes that old demon Yu might still break the rules after losing his son. Li Changxi then reassures him that the matter of Bing Zipping's identity has not spread publicly and she will make sure it remains a secret. With that matter settled, Ji Changxing has to choose his master. The temple master tells him that he would like to accept him as a disciple because of his merit and talent. Ji Changxing carefully considers the offer, but he still feels uneasy because the threat of old demon Yu continues to hang over him. At that moment, Li Changxi interrupts and says that the only person capable of surpassing the old demon is Fairy Linglong. However, Linglong is currently focusing on tribulation and ascension, so she will not accept any disciples. With a proud smile, Li Changxi reveals that Fairy Linglong is her mother. Hearing this, Ji Changxing immediately kneels before Li Changxi and respectfully greets her as his master. Ji Changxing tells Li Changxi that he wants to become her disciple, and his reason is not related to Fairy Linglong being the number one under heaven. Instead, he says that he sees Li Changxi as someone he can trust. Li Changxi's ego is greatly boosted by his words, and she agrees to take Ji Changxing as her disciple. He thanks her respectfully, and she begins to take him away using her spell. The temple master and the other meridian masters are not happy when they see Li Changxi setting up a soundproof barrier around Ji Changxing. The temple master believes that Ji Changxing is too talented to fall under her guidance. The truth is that Fairy Linglong is actually Li Changxi's mother-in-law rather than her real mother, and her Dao companion has already passed away. The real concern lies in Li Changxi's cultivation methods. Although she herself succeeded, all 8 of her previous disciples were ruined under her guidance. The Meridian Masters worry that Ji Changxing might end up the same way. However, it is already too late. Ji Changxing chose her himself, and they have no reason to interfere. Meanwhile, Li Changxi takes Ji Changxing to another place. She walks ahead while he quietly follows her. Ji Changxing realizes that he needs to build a proper relationship with Li Changxi before he becomes strong enough to face old demon Yu. If he were to marry her, Fairy Linglong would effectively become his mother as well, making the situation far more advantageous for him. Li Changxi raises her hand and creates a door in front of them. The surface of the door shines with light as spiritual energy gathers around it. She steps forward and enters first, and then Ji Changxing watches briefly before following her inside. Soon he finds himself standing in a beautiful moon palace and asks what it is called. Li Changxi replies that it is indeed the moon palace and also her residence. However, she explains that this place is only an illusion, since the real moon palace exists in the immortal world. The Yaoguang lineage specializes in illusion techniques, and at Li Changxi's level it is no longer difficult to turn illusions into something that feels real. She even promises to grant Ji Changxing partial illusion permission so he can manifest other residences according to his personal taste. Ji Changxing acts grateful and politely praises the beauty of the palace. Li Changxi seems pleased by his praise. Ji Changxing finds it hard to believe that she had not accepted a disciple for 3 years and yet made an exception for him. In his mind, he begins planning to completely devote himself to her after marrying her in the future. Li Changxi continues showing him the moon palace with her spells before sitting down on her throne. She reveals that she has lived alone there for thousands of years. Ji Changxing imagines himself taking care of her and easing her loneliness. Suddenly, Li Changxi asks how much Ji Changxing remembers from his previous life. She calmly explains that she does not want him to be shocked later after learning that she already knows this is not his first life. Ji Changxing receives another shock when Li Changxi reveals that she is not from this world either. She tells him that cannot fool her because they are the same kind of person. She then introduces herself as the Taiyin Star Lord. Ji Changxing begins wondering whether something is wrong with her mind. Playing along, he tells her that he is the Antarctic Longevity Emperor. Li Changxi immediately greets him as a fellow Taoist and says that he is one of the 6 Imperials, the Jade Pure True King. Ji Changxing sighs silently, thinking that she might have truly lost her mind. After hearing Li Changxi's words, Ji Changxing wishes that she were a fellow transmigrator, because based on what she said, he can tell that she is one. He had originally planned to rely on her as a powerful supporter, but now he realizes that her mental state is unpredictable. She turned out to be mentally ill. Even though her strength is real, it is hard to feel safe with her instability. Li Changxi says that he naturally qualifies to discuss the Tao with her since he is a fellow Taoist. Ji Changxing recalls that in the 9 Heavens realm, the Jade King incarnates as the 9 Heavens Thunder Universal Transformer, residing in the Jade Pivot Palace and ruling the Thunder Department, as the ancestor of thunder and the source of the Thunder God's law. Li Changxi asks Ji Changxing when he awakened his true spirit, and he replies that it was a year ago. He adds that he did not expect Taiyin Star Lord to awaken hers as well. She says that she controls it, and back then she had been mighty alongside the Eastern Emperor Demon Sovereign. Ji Changxing continues to get annoyed by Li Changxi's erratic behavior, so he just simply agrees with every word she says. She further explains that she is a sovereign of bygone days and the new era has no vessel capable of carrying her. Ji Changxing realizes that he must avoid mocking her, no matter how delusional she seems, and that he needs to play along with her story. She tells him that they share the same flight as one of Heaven's 6 Imperials, a position equal to Haodian. Ji Changxing recognizes that she is referring to the Haodian god, and Li Changxi further claims that even powerful beings like Haodian and Ziwei cannot defeat her. Ji Changxing praises her words so he can continue listening without causing conflict. Even after falling into this illusion, he admits that he still does not know which divine being is truly his opponent. Li Changxi says that Haodian's strength was not equal to theirs, and he could not have trapped them in dreams. She suspects that the Western teaching Saint Xuanti is secretly an ally of Haodian, and then she says that they have fallen into Saint Xuanti's dream world, meaning their opponents might be more than one. Ji Changxing notices that, although Li Changxi's mental state is unstable, she does have a logical worldview. He realizes that breaking the illusion will not be easy if Saint Xuanti truly made the move. Li Changxi reassures him that there is no need for further worry because the investiture war has already shattered the myth of the saints' immortality. She plans to rebel against the saints and take their place. Ji Changxing admits that he can never reach her level and that there is so much he must learn from her. She explains that returning to the immortal realm will be easy once they achieve immortality within the illusion, and that it will become even simpler now that they have reunited. He listens to her plan and pretends to be grateful. Suddenly, the rabid demon arrives holding Li Changxi's medicines. It urges her to take them quickly, as instructed by Fairy Linglong. The rabid demon is the chief of the Moon Palace. Li Changxi thinks that she is playing along with their wishes because she is fully convinced she is not mentally ill. The rabid demon notices that her mental condition is worsening. Outside the Moon Palace, the rabid demon leads Ji Changxing to his residence. Li Changxi has already taught him the lineage techniques for every stage below Golden Core and has given him the black card, which serves as the access card for the Moon Palace. The rabid demon tells Ji Changxing that the illusion techniques of the Yaoguang lineage are unmatched in this realm, and Li Changxi's mastery of illusion surpasses her cultivation realm. That is why she believes the entire world is an illusion and only she can see the truth. The rabid demon adds that her condition worsens whenever her cultivation level increases, and she also believes that no woman can surpass her beauty in the immortal realm, so finding a prettier woman might help improve her mental health. It then asks why Li Changxi called Ji Changxing true king, and he explains that he is the reincarnation of the Antarctic Longevity Emperor. The rabid demon comments that Li Changxi is insane, pretending to be a genius, while Ji Changxing is the complete opposite. It warns him that her previous 8 disciples were executed by her dangerous training methods. She used to take her disciples to the demon realm to challenge various demon lords. The training is only suitable for someone like her, which is why all her disciples failed. The rabid demon adds that Li Changxi will become sane once her cultivation becomes ineffective in this realm. The rabid demon and Ji Changxing enter his palace. It tells him that he can transform the palace according to his preferences and activate the illusory realm for cultivation, since he already has access. No one, including Li Changxi, can enter his palace without his permission. Ji Changxing realizes that there is something seriously wrong with Li Changxi, which explains her questionable rules, but he does not complain. The rabid demon finishes explaining everything, when suddenly fog begins to fill the place. Ji Changxing closes the door in confusion and looks at the black access card in his hand. He activates the illusory realm for cultivation and finds himself in a new space. A giant creature leaps toward him, and he realizes that this illusion is more realistic than expected. He forms blades from his blood evil chi which he could not use at Xuandu Temple, and strikes the creature, eliminating it instantly. Ji Changxing feels his blood evil chi growing denser and decides to pause. He knows that if he continues now, he might lose control back at Xuandu Temple. More creatures begin to surround him. This place is practically a land for practicing demonic cult techniques. Ji Changxing fights the creatures, though he regrets that it is only an illusion because he cannot gain real-world strength by defeating them. Still, he is grateful that it is an illusion, since it prevents his identity as a spy from being exposed. He decides to make full use of the resources and continues cultivating. For 3 hours, he fights the creatures without pause. Afterward, Ji Changxing sees that he has slain around 10,000 beings and now chooses to return to his residence. Even then, he feels the blood evil chi surging through his body. He is pleased that the power gained in the illusory realm can be applied in reality, and his merit has increased. Ji Changxing wonders what kind of person Li Changxi is to come up with such an illusion. He also realizes that the progress of his demonic techniques far outpaces those taught at Xuandu Temple. Knowing this, he decides he must hurry and start learning the Yaoguang's lineage core technique that Li Changxi has already taught him. The next day, at dawn, Ji Changxing is sitting on the ground, radiating his aura. He has successfully achieved initial mastery of the Yaoguang lineage's core technique. Li Daoyan calls him to the lecture hall, saying that an elder is giving the first lesson to the inner disciples. Ji Changxing walks there, wondering how Li Daoyan entered the inner sect without triggering any merit chi. Li Daoyan explains that he is a special admission student with a particular area of expertise and excels in reincarnation. Ji Changxing realizes that Li Daoyan, being Li Changxi's nephew, could have entered Xuandu Temple directly without going through the process. He notices everyone staring at them and asks why, but Li Daoyan thinks it is because of their visuals. Ying Hongye steps forward and tells Ji Changxing that she was not laughing at him but Li Daoyan. Ji Changxing is shocked to learn that she knows him. She further explains that she remembers him because he got first place in the inner disciple assessment while Li Daoyan was last. Ji Changxing wants to know if she is close with Li Daoyan. She clarifies that their families are different and she is not allowed to mingle with fools like Li Daoyan, though they have known each other since childhood. They walk into the lecture hall and see a one-armed female cultivator. Ji Changxing notes that Ying Hongye and Li Daoyan come from major cultivation families, likely renowned throughout the realm. Ying Hongye explains that the lecturing elder was once the master of the previous generation of Yanxia's lineage and met the old demon Yu of the heavenly cult 20 years ago. The old demon Yu used a shattering technique that conceptually severed her arm, which she can never regain unless she ascends to the true immortal realm. She stepped down from her position as master and became a lecturing leader instead. Ji Changxing realizes that the old demon Yu must be an extremely powerful leader to sever the arm of someone of higher status than Li Changxi. The lecturing elder recognizes Ji Changxing as the disciple who scored first place and grants him the chance to consult her privately anytime he does not understand something. He senses that she must know he reported a spy, which explains the special treatment. After receiving her token from her, Ji Changxing feels grateful. However, the lecturing leader warns that he is likely to be eliminated soon now that he has joined the Yaoguang lineage. Ji Changxing is confused and directly asks her why he will not live long and why he cannot win the next competition. She explains that he has a special talent, and she expected more from him, but he joined the Yaoguang lineage, a lineage considered a shame for Xuandu Temple. It would have been expelled if Li Changxi had not recruited more disciples. She clarifies that Li Changxi's earlier claim that the Yaoguang lineage ranks first among others is false, as her brain does not function properly. The lecturing leader begins her lecture, emphasizing that cultivation is the disciples' first priority now that they are in the inner sect. Ji Changxing learns about the Yin Kingdom and realizes how much he still has to study. She explains that disciples can use the merit method to quickly raise their cultivation, and that those with the most merit will receive more respect than those with the most strength. Merit can provide shelter from corruption, increase survival chances in heavenly tribulation by 30 to 50%, and maintain a clear Tao heart for bold advancement. Ji Changxing sees how this benefits him, though he realizes that the shortcut is not for the weak-minded and can make cultivation more difficult. He wonders if the merit is limited and thinks about gaining it by killing demonic beasts in the Moon Palace's illusion. The lecturing leader gives the example of Li Changxi, saying that ever since she started using merit to cultivate after her golden core breakthrough, she has always been the weakest among her peers, and all her disciples failed and died. Everyone nods in understanding. The scent of Li Changxi reaches Ji Changxing, and he realizes she is nearby. He knows that he cannot allow the lecturing leader's negative remarks to stand and must defend her. Speaking aloud, he refuses to hear any criticism of Li Changxi, stating that she has already become one of the 8 lineage masters of the strongest immortal sect in the world. This clearly makes her the #1 prodigy of Xuandu Temple. At that moment, Li Changxi finally appears, looking satisfied with Ji Changxing. Though Li Changxi is grateful to Ji Changxing for defending her in the lecturing hall, she still asks him to never do it again. She makes it clear that she does not care what mortals think of her, but Ji Changxing insists that he cannot let anyone speak badly about her. Li Changxi is pleased that he seems to approve of her cultivation method, and he believes the flaw in her cultivation method lies in the inability of most to advance rapidly. She stands up and says that if she cultivates swiftly, being the weakest and other concerns will no longer matter to her. Her previous 8 disciples failed to understand her intentions, unlike Ji Changxing, who grasps everything properly. She explains that the backbone of the Yaoguang lineage's rapid advancement is dependent only on merit, which she believes can be easily accumulated, unlike the lecturing leader's method. Ji Changxing sees that she is willing to do what others would not, and with the world's foremost master, Fairy Linglong, by her side, he knows he can never meet Li Changxi's path of power unless he marries her, making Linglong his mother-in-law. Ji Changxing agrees with her statements, and she praises him again, calling him superior and wiser than her previous executed 8 disciples. His eyes light up when Li Changxi says that she is lucky to have him. She asks him to stop visiting the lecturing hall and come down the mountain to accumulate merit once she instructs. Ji Changxing wants to know if merit cannot be gained through the illusions of Yaoguang Luo Huan. Li Changxi tells him that it can, but not easily, since illusions are not the real realm. These worlds exist only in illusions, and the merit will be gained if she saves them from doom. Ji Changxing wonders how this differs from the real world if an illusion realm allows both cultivation and merit accumulation. According to the lecturing leader and others, it is difficult because they do not have the ability to use this method, unlike Li Changxi. He realizes that Li Changxi seems unaware of it. Now he understands that the previous 8 disciples died because Li Changxi's teaching relies on neglect and recklessness. She tells him that his early foundation establishment realm is not stable yet, but it will become irrelevant once he reaches mid-foundation. Li Changxi takes out a purple glowing top-rank spirit stone from her necklace and extends it towards Ji Changxing. She tells him that since he ranked first in the inner disciple test, he will receive 10 top-rank spirit stones every month. But the Yaoguang lineage now has only 2 members, so the entire spiritual power of the Yaoguang illusory realm can be used by him. Purple energy slowly spreads around them, filling the area with spiritual power. Li Changxi instructs him to use the merit he still has and cultivate well by showing his cultivation speed to astonish the mediocrities at Xuandu Temple. Ji Changxing holds the stone and feels the blood aura surging through his body, realizing it is out of his control. He recalls Bing Zipping being executed by Li Changxi for condensing blood aura and wonders what to do now. She sees the blood reversal river around Ji Changxing's body and guesses he has slaughtered thousands of beings, which makes sense since he is the Antarctic Longevity Emperor, responsible for governing life and death. Ji Changxing seems relieved that she does not know he is actually a spy. He takes a deep breath, having finally advanced to mid-foundation establishment, and feels his body relax as the blood river phenomenon and merit aura come under control. Li Changxi walks closer with a smile, saying that breaking through the mundane realms has become much easier now since they are both powerful. She begins transferring her merit into his body with the method she developed. Ji Changxing feels a wave of power surge through his body again, yet he does not feel gratitude toward Li Changxi, though he is happy. The temple master and others notice the blood river aura from the Xuandu temple and wonder who dared to cultivate demonic arts. During the merit transfer, Ji Changxing remains worried that his secret identity as a spy might be exposed. Li Changxi congratulates Ji Changxing for advancing from the early stage of foundation establishment to the late stage. Ji Changxing says that they may now face the problem of him being labeled as a spy from the demon cult, because in the past he went through mountains of corpses and seas of blood against his will. But Li Changxi says that it is natural. The infinitely powerful beings from every race once took part in the competition for the 365 divine positions. She still believes that Ji Changxing is one of those 5 strongest emperors who survived till the end as the Antarctic Longevity Emperor. He laughs internally, appreciating the luck of meeting someone like Li Changxi, whose unstable mind makes it easier for him to hide spy identity by believing every lie he tells. He continues to act innocent and asks what she will do if others in the Xuandu temple doubt him, since they have not broken through the illusory realm, and it is also rumored that their spies from the heavenly demon cult are among this year's disciples. Li Changxi reminds him that he secured first place in the test, and no one would foolishly misunderstand him as a spy. Ji Changxing also sees that he is unlikely to be caught, since he was the one who reported the illegitimate son of the old demon Yu. The temple master and the other meridian masters suddenly enter the moon palace. Ji Changxing realizes that they have come to investigate him after the blood river phenomenon alarmed them, but Li Changxi reassures him that she will handle everything. They begin questioning the blood aura entering and the demonic qi coming from his body. Li Changxi calmly explains that she recently discovered Ji Changxing is the reincarnation of the Antarctic Longevity Emperor from the upper world, so she befriended him. The temple master and other meridian masters raise more questions about whether he is a spy or something else. The temple master says that he once had high expectations for Ji Changxing, but now he wonders if he is mentally ill or only pretending. He demands an explanation. Ji Changxing begins by requesting to punish the elder Bai who just accused him of being a spy from the heavenly demon cult. The elder Bai becomes furious and steps forward. Ji Changxing noticed the murderous and disgusted look the elder gives him while entering the moon palace, which makes him think that the elder Bai might have something plotted against him. The elder Bai leaps toward Ji Changxing with eyes filled with anger, but before he can act, Li Changxi appears before him and separates his head from his body. She declares that she will not tolerate anyone questioning or doubting her friend. Ji Changxing is impressed and relieved by Li Changxi's action, yet he cannot ignore the satisfied expressions on the faces of the temple master and the other meridian masters. Now he is eager to look deeper and discover what is truly rooted within the Xuandu temple. The temple master pretends that he did not want this outcome and asks Li Changxi to stop making things difficult for him. But Li Changxi interrupts him, saying that she actually made things easier for everyone and knows that he is the happiest one after the elder Bai's death. She confidently states that she had a good reason to kill him because he accused her friend. The temple master sighs and says that he believes Ji Changxing is not a spy, but they still need to give a logical explanation to the Bai family for the elder Bai's death. He asks Li Changxi to remain in the palace for some time. The temple master leaves the moon palace with the other meridian masters. Ji Changxing wonders why he departed with a cheerful expression even though he arrived so aggressively. Li Changxi tells him that the temple master does not doubt him and was only following the formalities. She then explains about Bai Guanlin from the Bai family, who had already secured the first position in this year's assessment before Ji Changxing appeared and took his spotlight by winning the first place. Ji Changxing now understands that his rapid advancement was partly due to the spirit stones, not only because of the merit. The resources given to the first-place inner disciple are also double those given to the second place. He realizes that he feels no guilt about it and asks if he is blocking the Bai family's path. Li Changxi replies that Bai Guanlin is like a loser who always clings to his mother every time. Ji Changxing then asks if Li Changxi will get into trouble for executing Elder Bai, but she tells him that the temple master will find a logical explanation for his death and produce evidence of his crimes. Ji Changxing realizes that power matters more than right or wrong within Xuandu Temple. He asks about the relationship between the Bai family and the temple master. Li Changxi explains that the Bai family voted against the temple master before he became the master. The position would have gone to someone from the Bai family if Fairy Linglong had not intervened and immediately appointed the temple master instead. Ji Changxing finally understands the situation and smirks, realizing that he might now be able to kill people openly because the temple master would probably cover for him if he were caught attempting murder. On the other hand, the temple master is having a conversation with Zhonghua, the master of the Xinqiu lineage. She is also satisfied with the elder Bai's death. Li Changxi had done something that the temple master wanted for a long time. He says that he would have destroyed the Bai family long ago if not for Fairy Linglong, since it is her husband's family. However, Bai Guanlin still remains a major threat for them. They fear that people may try to frame Ji Changxing in order to favor Guanlin over him. At the same time, Ji Changxing is already planning to eliminate Bai Guanlin and remove him from everyone's path. Ji Changxing only worked for 2 years in his previous life. He was going to marry into the family of the city's deputy mayor because of his handsome visuals, but then he suddenly got transmigrated. Even after arriving in the new world, he was still trying to choose between marrying into wealth or passing the exams. However, he was captured by the heavenly demon cult and got dragged into it. He was sent to Xuandu Temple as a spy after spending a year establishing himself. Life has never been good for him and he still lives in fear of getting exposed someday. Now the Bai family is also after him, and he knows they will do everything in order to remove him from their path. He has no choice but to attack first. Ji Changxing walks toward Li Daoyan and Ying Hongye. They point toward Bai Guanlin and tell Ji Changxing not to confront him. Bai Guanlin approaches them with a warm smile that seems fake, and pretends to apologize on behalf of the elder Bai for accusing Ji Changxing of being a spy. Ji Changxing easily sees through Guanlin's act. However, everyone around them believes Guanlin's display of guilt and begins questioning Ji Changxing why he is not accepting the apology. Guanlin then whispers to him, threatening that he will die soon and that even Li Changxi will not be able to save him. Ji Changxing smirks at his boldness and decides to teach him a lesson. He suddenly pulls back and pretends as he gets struck by Bai Guanlin. Everyone immediately becomes angry at Bai Guanlin and begins calling him a hypocrite and a professional actor, while he stands confused. He cannot understand how Ji Changxing got injured when he never attacked him. Bai Guanlin tries to explain himself, but no one is willing to believe him. Ying Hongye exclaims and reminds him that he is violating the rules by acting like this. Bai Guanlin becomes furious and grabs Li Daoyan's collar when he continues to call him a fraud. Bai Guanlin says that they should all go to the disciplinary hall and ask the enforcement leader to resolve the matter with justice. Hongye tells Ji Changxing that the enforcement leader serves under the temple master and is known for being fair. After hearing this, Ji Changxing becomes convinced that Hongye already knows Bai Guanlin did not actually strike him. Bai Guanlin and Ji Changxing soon stand before the enforcement leader in the disciplinary hall. Bai Guanlin greets him respectfully and asks him to uphold justice for him. However, the leader does not show a hint of favoritism and shouts at Bai Guanlin, warning him to never repeat such a mistake. Bai Guanlin tries to explain that he was framed, but the leader does not appreciate him questioning his authority. He points to Ji Chongqing's injuries as evidence of the offense he created. The leader then strikes downward with his staff, and a force from the stick wraps around Bai Guanlin, causing him to lose his balance. Everyone watches as he is being punished by the enforcement leader, and Li Daoyan seems especially pleased by the scene. Ing Hongye feels confused when she sees the enforcement leader supporting them and asks Ji Chongqing the reason for it. Ji Chongqing calmly tells her that he has discovered people tend to support the stronger side rather than the truth. Xuandu Temple has very strict rules as the foremost immortal sect in the world. Ji Chongqing worked a stable job for 2 years in his previous life. He witnessed the temple master's satisfied expression when Li Changxi killed a Bai family member in front of him, and that moment was enough for him to understand the temple master. Now he wants to work for him because he knows the temple master needs someone to deal with the Bai family. He is also aware of the protection that the temple master may provide. Ji Chongqing realizes that even though Bai Guanlin is young, he is still a threat. Ji Chongqing notices that Ing Hongye and Bai Guanlin do not get along, but it is natural because Guanlin achieved second position in the inner disciple assessment while Hongye was third. He asks Ing Hongye to give him a list of the people who came with Bai Guanlin earlier. When she asks the reason, he replies that he wants to befriend them, but in truth he wants to know whether those people have a grudge against him after what happened to Bai Guanlin in the disciplinary hall. Even though Ing Hongye gives him the list, she warns him that dealing with these people is not healthy. Instead of discouraging him, this gives Ji Chongqing another reason to kill them. He thanks Ing Hongye and she leaves. Ji Chongqing walks toward Yanxia Peak while holding a jade token given by the elder as a sign of trust. With this token, he can move freely in the scripture transmission hall and Yanxia Peak. Suddenly he hears the sound of Bai Guanlin's transmission talisman. The sound transmissions in this realm work like WeChat on a blue star and allow fixed contacts. Everyone on the list Hongye gave him is already connected to Bai Guanlin's sound transmission talisman. Ji Chongqing wonders if Yanxia Peak is a private place for members of the prominent families. The jade token in his hand lights up, signaling that Bai Guanlin has gone down to the mountain and Ji Chongqing's plan begins now. 10 minutes earlier, Bai Guanlin finds an unknown letter in his room. The person in the letter claims to be a member of the heavenly demon cult who is undercover in Xuandu Temple. He says that he can help him frame Ji Chongqing as a spy if Bai Guanlin promises to protect him. The writer also claims to know that the sect master is making illegal deals with powerful figures from the heavenly demon sect, and that this knowledge gives him leverage. He invites Bai Guanlin to go down the mountain to Qingfeng if he is interested in having a conversation with him. After reading the letter, Bai Guanlin falls into deep thought. Even though he knows he should not go against the rules and must complete his confinement, otherwise the punishment will be doubled, he still remembers how he was framed and cannot accept it. Eventually, he decides to go down to the mountain and take the opportunity. Bai Guanlin falls directly into the trap as planned. Ji Chongqing disguises himself as Bai Guanlin and goes to his followers, asking them to come to his room. At first they hesitate because Guanlin is under punishment, but he smirks and tells them that no rules can restrain him. Within 15 minutes, all of them arrive at Bai Guanlin's place not knowing that the Bai Guanlin before them is actually Ji Chongqing. Ji Chongqing notices that they obey Guanlin completely, not even caring about breaking sect rules. Tu Xiaojiao clings to him, and he realizes that she is from the Tu family and grew up with Guanlin. He feels a quiet respect for these immortal second-generation disciples. Ji Chongqing tells them he called them to discuss a plan to eliminate Ji Chongqing from the mountain. Bai Guanlin's followers immediately agree and say they will do their best, even though acting on the mountain is dangerous. They promise to find a chance to lure Ji Chongqing down. Ji Chongqing observes that all of them have powerful backgrounds. Smiling calmly, he asks them to sit down while presenting the spirit fruits and wine he prepared for them. They thank him and begin enjoying the treats. The dizziness hits them almost immediately after they drink the wine. Tu Xiaojiao and the others remark that the taste feels different from before. Ji Chongqing smoothly lies that their cultivation will improve after they wake from a healthy sleep. He quietly watches them lose consciousness one by one and eliminates each of them the moment they fall asleep. Ji Chongqing looks at the dead bodies of Bai Guanlin's followers. He knows he cannot leave their young bodies like this because there may be treasures hidden inside their storage pouches. Before leaving, he carefully coats their bodies with poison and sets up several trap mechanisms around the room so no one can easily discover what really happened there. With that he leaves the place, realizing that eliminating those followers was easy, but Bai Guanlin is still alive and remains the biggest threat to him. Bai Guanlin can come down from the mountain at any time. Ji Changxing also understands that killing him carries great risk because his followers had already mentioned that they could call upon the resources of their families if something happened. Ji Changxing knows he cannot act recklessly because Bai Guanlin is a key figure of the Bai family, and he is highly talented and supported by powerful connections. Even so, Ji Changxing soon realizes that the chance to confront him may not happen again in the future, so he decides to take the risk and try. Since Xuandu Temple does not have spiritual beasts to guard the mountain, its gates usually remain always open. Disciples can easily come down the mountain, and outside enemies can also climb up without much difficulty. However, the mountain gate of Xuandu temples has never been breached because the Xianhuang Merit Pagoda protects the sect. Ji Changxing believes that this situation may also benefit him. He climbs onto the tree branch and soon spots Bai Guanlin walking nearby. He immediately draws his glowing weapon and leaps toward him with full strength, aiming directly at Bai Guanlin's neck. However, Bai Guanlin reacts quickly and creates a yellow glowing protective shield around his body. Ji Changxing's attack strikes the shield but fails to break through it, making him frustrated. He realizes once again that these privileged immortals are extremely difficult opponents. He quickly moves back when he notices that Bai Guanlin is also wearing powerful protective robes, and breaking through such protection would require at least the attack power of someone at the Golden Core level. After understanding this, Ji Changxing decides not to continue the fight and retreats from the area, realizing that withdrawing for now is the safest choice. Ji Changxing suddenly notices a wave of blood and malice aura coming from somewhere and wonders who is fighting in the mountains. He remembers that the same kind of aura also alarmed the Temple Master and the other Meridian Masters earlier. He returns to the Moon Palace with the help of the access card he has. When Ji Changxing casts the spell for the teleportation path, a hand suddenly reaches out from it and grabs his arm. He becomes confused when he sees a black figure pulling him away and saving him. The figure also seems to know about his plan to kill Bai Guanlin. At that moment, Ji Changxing realizes that there is no point in hiding anything, because it is clear that the black figure has been watching him the entire time. The black figure then says that it already expected something like this from Li Changxi's friend, and informs him that Li Changxi killed her husband on their wedding night. The figure even shows some admiration for Ji Changxing's boldness, saying it is impressive that he dares to plan the death of Bai Guanlin when he has not even reached the Golden Core stage yet. Ji Changxing feels shocked after hearing this information, because he never knew that Li Changxi had been married. However, he soon thinks that she must have done it to prove her Tao. Ji Changxing thanks the black figure for saving him and asks why it helped him. The figure then says that it was only carrying out an order given by the sect leader's wife. The madam refers to the wife of the heavenly demon sect leader. When he looks at the situation inside the Xuandu temple, he realizes that many things are happening in secret and he must take every step carefully. He never expected that the sect leader's wife would send an agent to save him. The agent tells him that there is no need to ask questions and he only needs to remain loyal to Madam. The agent then asks if Ji Changxing feels panicked after killing the illegitimate son of the old demon Yu while acting as a spy sent by the sacred sect. At that moment, Ji Changxing understands that this agent must be someone from the high levels. For now, he decides to believe that Madam does not have bad intentions toward him and promises that he will stay loyal to her. The agent also reminds him about his attempt to execute Bai Guanlin, the heir of the Bai family. In the agent's eyes, Ji Changxing seems like the most foolish person in Xuandu Temple after Li Changxi, but Ji Changxing is simply struggling to survive. The agent knows that Ji Changxing did not have any rivalry with Bing Zipping. He just overheard him talking in his sleep and immediately reported him to Li Changxi, which won him a place in her favor. However, the agent sees that killing the old demon Yu's son already made Ji Changxing an enemy of the world's greatest demon, and now he wants to kill Bai Guanlin, who is also the youngest son of Fairy Linglong. The agent actually wonders what type of guts Ji Changxing has. He turns to leave while warning him to stop messing with the people with stronger backgrounds. He tells him that from now on he is only obligated to report everything to Madam and only carry out the tasks she assigns. He also adds that he will be his only handler and no one else from the sacred sect will give him orders. Ji Changxing nods and says that he understood. This is good news for Ji Changxing because he imagines Madam as a responsible person after judging from the appearance of the agent. However, he knows that he must still remain cautious no matter how friendly she seems. He needs to discover something against her or target her son to have leverage over her. He asks the agent if Madam has any other orders for him, then the agent hands him a small jade slip which contains some of the techniques from the sacred sect. Ji Changxing needs to master them as soon as possible because he is the disciple of the sacred sect and no one would believe him if he did not know their methods, and Madam wants him to learn the method for refining 100 souls banner in 3 months. Ji Chongqing holds the slip in shock because he knows that refining the banner requires extracting the souls from a living cultivated being. He says that it seems Madame does not trust him. However, the agent says that Madame believes Ji Chongqing has a secure future at Xuandu Temple and that is enough for her to trust him. He also warns him not to attempt anything foolish. Ji Chongqing decides that he will try refining by using the lives of demonic beasts in the Moon Palace illusion realm because this way he will also get to know if Li Changxi's words were true or if she is simply crazy. He asks the agent about the consequences if the higher-ups in the Xuandu Temple get to know about the refinement process. The agent replies that it will be Ji Chongqing's problem, but deep down he is convinced that Ji Chongqing is not going to survive this current task. He takes his leave after giving his last warning. Ji Chongqing begins to think that the body scent of the agent feels similar to the lecturing leader. Even before he started cultivating, he had the ability to recognize a woman by her scent, and now that ability has become even sharper. The lecturing leader is also the only person who knew about the Bing zipping incident, which was never spread and is known by only a few people. Because of this, Ji Chongqing begins to suspect her and also realizes that she is not a professional spy. He sees that in this place, everyone wears a mask and hides their true intentions, so he must stay cautious with every step if he wants to survive in this world. Ji Chongqing returns to his residence at the Moon Palace. During the assassination attempt, Bai Guanlin's protective robes activate their automatic guardian function and leave Ji Chongqing with some small internal injuries. He now needs time to recover and at the same time, he prepares to make sure the Bai family has no way to trace the real culprit back to him. In Jiangyuan County, which is an illusion realm, Minister Sha tells the Crown Prince of Dali that he does not know why the immortal came down upon the Jiangyuan County. The Crown Prince snaps, saying that the team of grandmasters he called in the capital was completely wiped out at Lang Temple. He says that the immortal is their last hope to survive. Minister Sha understands the situation Dali is in, but he has no control over summoning the immortal. Hearing this, the Crown Prince becomes frustrated. The state of the Dali dynasty is in terrible condition. The emperors and most civil and military officials have completely resigned themselves to destiny. Everyone tried to fight back and struggle, but they faced repeated defeats by the demonic beasts. They left with no hope but death because the Crown Prince of Dali is still young. Not long ago, there was sudden news of an immortal's descent which averts the county's destruction. The people gained hope, but the immortal came swiftly and left even faster. From that day on, they have been hoping he will return. Minister Sha tells the Crown Prince that he has replayed the events countless times but still cannot locate the immortal. The Crown Prince insists that he try remembering again because he is their only hope. Minister Sha suddenly remembers that the day that immortal came down, his daughter, Jiangxue, was the one who summoned him. The Crown Prince immediately walks to Minister Sha's place to meet his daughter. He sees her worshipping the portrait of Ji Chongqing. Minister Sha tells him that his daughter has become the immortal's most devout follower. The Crown Prince asks her to summon Ji Chongqing again while offering her the merit of rebuilding Dali. Jiangxue tells him that she has no such power, but he insists that she should at least try, so Jiangxue agrees but asks them to not raise their hopes high. She begins to recite the same words she said that day. After a while, they hear people cheering that the immortal has descended again. The Crown Prince feels happy but wonders if the immortal favors beautiful women since he responded to a female believer's summons. Ji Chongqing stands high above and decides that he will test whether he can successfully refine the 100 Souls banner. He also wants to find out the true nature of these so-called illusion realms. Then he notices that an intense aura of bloodlust and demonic energy is rising up from the northwest. Ji Chongqing realizes that the apocalyptic sessions in this illusion realm are more problematic than he thought. He looks down and watches the people of Dali bowing and begging him to ease their sufferings. He descends, wishing to speak with their leader. The Crown Prince rises up from the ground and tells Ji Chongqing that Lang Temple has records stating that their world is a subordinate realm under the 3,000 Buddhist kingdoms of the Western teachings. The Crown Prince also believes that Ji Chongqing is the Jade Pure True King. Meanwhile, Ji Chongqing guesses that Lang Temple must be occupied by the demonic beasts because he can sense their aura from there. The Crown Prince confirms his theory and tells him everything about the heartless monk and his never-ending bad deeds. Seeing the citizens of Dali begging for protection, Ji Chongqing decides to visit Lang Temple. Ji Chongqing sits at the desk and looks at the documents in front of him. The scroll is spread open under his hands as he checks everything carefully, making sure nothing is missing. All the recorded materials related to Lang Temple are gathered here in one place. The timeline begins right after the end of the conclusion of the investiture of the gods, as Li Changxi told him. The Western doctrine flourished widely under its 3,000 Buddhist realms, beneath which lay countless smaller subsidiary worlds. These small worlds existed beneath the greater realms in large numbers. The Lang Temple is considered the strongest with the most influence among them. Its power also surpasses the Li dynasty, and the heartless monk ruled there, who was also called a grandmaster at the peak of his strength. Ji Chongqing checks the records and sees that his cultivation resembles the late Foundation establishment stage. He knows that the cultivation methods of this world lean towards a wuxia-style martial arts system that focuses on physical ability. Because of this, he realizes that Lang Temple does not pose much of a threat yet. He remembers the Crown Prince telling him that the heartless monk is already dead and the other higher-ups are also gone. However, there is still a chance that a stronger leader exists among the demonic beasts. Ji Chongqing knows that he must focus on the important thing, that this illusion feels too real no matter how he examines it. He even finds himself impressed by Li Chongxi's unstable mental state. Ji Chongqing then announces to the people of Dali that he will visit Lang Temple. After saying this, he disappears into the air knowing he will use this chance to eliminate the demonic beasts. He also knows that he needs to test if he can refine 100 Souls banner. When he reaches the Lang Temple, he smoothly eliminates all the demonic beasts there. Ji Chongqing feels pleased to see that his method of refining the 100 Souls banner works on the demonic beasts. The demonic aura spreads everywhere even though there is no life energy left inside the Lang Temple. He realizes that he has come to the right place and that turning back is no longer an option. Ji Chongqing's eyes widen in shock when he steps inside the Lang Temple because sees skeletons and scattered bones everywhere. Many of them are still wrapped in old robes and the place is filled with the remains of the dead. As he walks further inside, he realizes that there is an evil Buddha relic. In Buddhism, relics are believed to form through cultivated merit. Ji Chongqing walks closer to the bead and notices that it does not release the usual five-colored energy but instead emits a chilling black demonic aura. However, this aura is actually nourishing for a disciple of the heavenly demon sect like him. When he holds the bead, a wave of aura rushes into his body. The life story of the heartless monk is revealed, and his real name was Wuxin. His father ruled a demonic sect, while his mother was known as the foremost beauty in the martial world. His mother poisoned his father on the day he was born and the demonic sect soon fell into the hands of various martial sects, leading to its destruction. Wuxin struggled to survive, but his mother managed to send him to the Lang Temple so that he could be influenced by Buddhist lessons. After 18 years, he defeated the 18 bronze men in succession and became the youngest successor to ever leave the Lang Temple. While traveling the world, he helped those in need and eliminated many evils, eventually becoming a divine monk. However, he later discovered his origins and turned into a great demon, which helped him achieve the title of Grandmaster. At the end of his life, he witnessed the collapse of the Buddhism realm and was unable to rest in peace when an Arhat senior who was on the verge of death told him that Tathagata was a traitor. This was the last scene Wuxin witnessed before he was returned to the Lang Temple, leaving him no choice to fulfill the dying wish of the Arhat elder. After his death, the relic manifested and recorded all of his experiences. Ji Chongqing thinks that if this is not an illusion, then the scene Wuxin saw was likely an internal conflict within the Western doctrine, and the claim that Tathagata is a traitor is something that requires investigation. He even begins to wonder whether everyone is mistaken about Li Chongxi's sanity and whether she might actually be right. After all, Tathagata later became the Buddha of Buddhism, while the Western doctrine originally belonged to the two saints Jain and Juanti. However, Ji Chongqing quickly reminds himself that this matter has nothing to do with him and what he truly needs is more strength so he can quickly advance his cultivation level. With that thought, he returns to the Moon Palace carrying the 100 Souls banner and the information about the evil Buddha relic. Ji Chongqing is impressed to see that he just spent a whole day in the illusory realm while only a second passed in the real world. He leans against the table with a satisfied smirk and realizes that the 100 Souls banner can indeed be used. He also knows that the demonic aura within the evil Buddha relic will help cultivate the demonic desire scripture given to him by the cult's mistress. Holding the 100 Souls banner in his hand, he notices that it has already begun to activate on its own, and even the jade slip he previously received by the scripture leader contains various demonic cultivation techniques and methods. It becomes clear to Ji Chongqing that Madame wants him to learn all of these techniques so that his fate will be completely tied to the heavenly demon cult. However, Ji Chongqing decides not to worry about it because he believes he can still serve the people with his kind and righteous heart. Meanwhile, the evil Buddha relic left behind by the heartless monk Wuxin contains a huge amount of demonic energy, and the demonic desire scripture absorbs it from the relic, quickly reaching minor complexion. Ji Chongqing feels that the technique targeting the inner demonic thoughts and desires of others is rather useless, so he decides to test it on Li Chongxi to see whether it actually works. He feels confident because he believes his own heart is pure and thinks the technique will not affect him. With that thought, Ji Chongqing sits on the floor to check his current cultivation level. As soon as he begins, blood evil chi quickly gathers around him, and he notices it is becoming much harder to suppress. The blood river inside him has already expanded into a blood sea, showing that he has personally taken around 1,000,000 lives. Ji Changxing understands what this means but does not show worry. Instead, he smirks slightly in satisfaction because with this amount of accumulated karma and merit, he knows he now has enough power to break through into the Golden Core realm. Suddenly, Ji Changxing is interrupted by Li Changxi's arrival. He walks over to greet her, and she tells him that he should have waited to come down the mountain before killing so many people within Xuandu Temple. However, Ji Changxing never intended to do that. The situation simply left him with no choice but to eliminate them. He asks Li Changxi not to worry about him because their circumstances are different. He explains that if he did not strike first, he would have been the one killed instead. Li Changxi understands his reasoning but says that she is still worried because this is still the illusory realm and she fears she may not be able to protect him with the murders if he continues committing such killings. Ji Changxing finds himself admiring Li Changxi and wonders what Xuandu Temple would be like if everyone were like her. Ji Changxing then says that they must hurry to break through the illusory realm and retreat to the immortal realm because he suspects that a major problem has occurred there. He tells her that he found a subworld within the illusion that exists under the 3,000 Buddha nations of the Western teaching, and that the place is filled with demons and chaos. He also explains that the destruction in that subworld does not come from external forces but from internal conflict within the Buddhist nation above it. At the moment of his death, the Arhat leader even claimed that Taghata, who is known as the Holy Lord of the Teachings, is a traitor. However, Li Changxi is not surprised by this revelation. She says that Taghata must be dissatisfied with seeing the two saints ruling the Western teaching. In her view, saints are simply stronger Luo cultivators, and Taghata likely wishes to become one of them. Li Changxi then explains the order of the immortal realm, and Ji Changxing feels that her reasoning makes sense. He begins to reconsider whether she is actually mentally unstable at all. Ji Changxing concludes that Taghata may be trying to replace the two saints of the Western teaching, and that Li Changxi intends to oppose him. He adds that if they shatter this illusory realm, they may be able to find Saint Xuandi's weakness. Hearing this, Li Changxi agrees, saying that if several saints die in the coming conflict, they will have a chance to advance even further. She promises to protect Ji Changxing and declares that no one can defeat them when they stand together. Ji Changxing smiles, but at that moment they hear the voice of the discipline leader from the Hall of Laws. The discipline leader demands that Ji Changxing come out, claiming that he has been exposed. Li Changxi tries to reassure Ji Changxing that this is only an illusory realm, but he remains calm because he has already faced far worse situations. Li Changxi smiles as well, feeling relieved when she remembers his previous records. Ji Changxing walks toward the discipline leader with a heavy heart because no matter how much he tries to convince himself otherwise, he did panic a little when Li Changxi said that the Emperor of Longevity of the South Pole was insanely powerful. He silently apologizes to the Emperor in his mind, saying that he never intended to take his credit and that the whole situation happened because of Li Changxi. He tells him that he truly respects the Emperor. Ji Changxing looks at the discipline leader standing before him. He knows that the leader previously sided with him to trap Bai Guanlin, but he still needs to be polite so that nothing suspicious is revealed. He respectfully greets him, yet the leader snaps in return. He tells Ji Changxing that he went too far by daring to kill the followers of Bai Guanlin and even attempting to eliminate himself. The discipline leader recalls that something similar happened before when Li Changxi killed her husband, although she had her own reasons and even Fairy Linglong did not question her actions. He becomes curious about who is supporting Ji Changxing from behind, giving him the courage to take such a bold step. The discipline leader then tells Ji Changxing to follow him because the temple master and the Bai clan are waiting for him. As they walk, Li Changxi joins them and says that the Bai clan is planning to frame her friend. The discipline leader sighs and remarks that her and Ji Changxing look like a match made in heaven. Li Changxi responds that Ji Changxing is worthy enough to be her husband, unlike Hao Dian, and even her dead husband whom she killed. The discipline leader quietly warns Ji Changxing to be careful around her and not to attempt anything foolish by believing her words. Soon they arrive at the main peak's grand hall. The Bai clan is already there, waiting to question Ji Changxing. They accuse him of being the murderer of Bai Guanlin's followers. Ji Changxing greets all of them innocently with an innocent smile. However, the temple master appears angry and asks him to explain where he was tonight. Ji Changxing calmly replies that he was cultivating in the Yaoguang lineage hall the entire time. Li Changxi interrupts and confirms his statement. The Bai clan refuses to believe them and angrily declares that Ji Changxing is pretending to be innocent after committing such heinous crimes. They also claim that even Bai Guanlin himself was attacked in the forest. Ji Changxing continues to act confused and asks how something like this could happen inside Xuandu Temple. His reaction only makes the Bai clan more furious, and they insist that Ji Changxing had every reason to kill them because they were already in a pure conflict with him. Ji Changxing simply smiles, and says that he is being framed for crimes he never committed, and shifts the blame toward Bai Guanlin. Deep in his heart, however, he believes that twisting the truth in this world may eventually bring real justice. Ji Changxing then continues his performance by explaining that he was born into poverty and has always lived carefully, trying not to offend anyone since the day he joined the Xuandu temple. Everyone listens silently as he speaks, and most of them begin to believe his words except the Bai clan. Ji Changxing then questions why Bai Guanlin is not being suspected of murdering his own followers when he himself remains completely unharmed. Ji Changxing adds that Bai Guanlin had clashed with him earlier and could have easily killed his followers just to place the blame on him. Now acting emotional, he begins to question the fairness of Xuandu Temple's justice system. Li Changxi also joins the act, saying that the Bai clan wants Ji Changxing dead because he has taken the spotlight away from Bai Guanlin. Some of the people present in the hall start to side with Ji Changxing after hearing this. Seeing the situation shift, the temple master sighs and asks him not to turn the matter into a political issue. However, Ji Changxing continues defending himself and asks how Bai Guanlin's followers actually died. Then the temple master replies that they drank poisoned spirit wine from Bai Guanlin's personal storage. This statement gives Ji Changxing another opportunity to push his argument, and he immediately questions why he is the one being investigated when the deaths occurred in Bai Guanlin's own residence. At that moment, the discipline leader says something that makes Ji Changxing panic. The leader explains that Yanxia possesses a mirror that can reveal the truth, and it must have recorded Ji Changxing's illusory transformation into Bai Guanlin when he entered and left the cave, if he had truly gone there. Ji Changxing becomes worried that the Yanxia mirror will reveal the true footage. He never expected something like this to happen. The existence of such surveillance is new information to him, and he did not know that this kind of monitoring was always in place. Even so, he still tries to defend himself and argues that the demon-revealing mirror only exposes demons, and the footage it shows could be fake. The son-in-law of the Bai family, Jiang Buqing, interrupts and calls Ji Changxing stupid. Ji Changxing looks at him and realizes that removing him from his path will not be easy, but he still plans to frame him for some crime in the future. Jiang Buqing smirks and explains that all things possess spirit, and once they obtain wisdom they can be called demons, which includes the human race as well. Later, many powerful human cultivators appeared, and under the leadership of the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors, the human race separated from the demon race and formed its own lineage. However, some demons still hide among humans by changing their appearance. Because of this, people use the demon-revealing mirror, and everyone under heaven knows that the mirror cannot be faked, so only an ignorant person would doubt it. Li Changxi then interrupts Jiang Buqing and asks everyone to remember that the mirror has made mistakes before. She reminds them that when her husband suddenly died on their wedding night, the mirror showed her as the culprit even though she never admitted to committing his murder. Although everyone, including the temple master, knows that Li Changxi was the killer, none of them dare to question her. They remember that even Fairy Linglong did not hold her accountable for her son's death. Li Changxi declares that anyone who claims the mirror cannot be wrong is directly questioning Fairy Linglong's judgment. Ji Changxing feels grateful to have such a powerful supporter by his side. Jiang Buqing snaps, saying that Fairy Linglong covered Li Changxi's crime because her son had committed a great offense. Li Changxi immediately threatens to summon Fairy Linglong there on the spot, and then Jiang Buqing states that the mirror has already recorded Ji Changxing transforming into Bai Guanlin and entering and leaving his room. At Li Changxi's request, the mirror is brought forward and it displays clear footage of Ji Changxing disguising himself as Bai Guanlin. However, Li Changxi immediately declares that the scene is fake and refuses to accept it as real evidence. She asks them to replay the scene once more and everyone becomes shocked because this time it displays Bai Guanlin entering his room instead of Ji Changxing. The temple master realizes that Li Changxi's level of cultivation has advanced and that she secretly altered the original footage. The temple master sees that Li Changxi had turned illusion into reality and wonders if the rumors of her turning the entire world into an illusion once she becomes invincible are actually true. But Ji Changxing just seems grateful for her and defends Li Changxi by saying that she did not do anything because illusions can never become reality, and she is even the weakest among the masters. Li Changxi is also impressed by Ji Changxing, noticing the way he always understands her intentions without needing her to explain them to him. She says that she is not the reincarnation of the Solar Star Lord who could deceive a demon-revealing mirror. Now everyone begins to believe their words because they sound reasonable, and others say that they should not rush to blame Ji Changxing in this situation. Ji Changxing thanks the discipline leader for speaking up for justice. The temple master then asks Master Zhong whether he really punished Bai Guanlin to stay inside his room for 3 days of reflection. Master Zhong confirms his question and says that is indeed the case. Then the temple master demands to know why Bai Guanlin left the mountain when he was supposed to be confined. Jiang Wuqing tries to defend Bai Guanlin, saying that it is just a misunderstanding, but the temple master asks the Bai clan to clarify the situation. According to the current circumstances, it appears that Bai Guanlin actually left the mountain, killed his followers himself, and then framed Ji Changxing as a culprit. Ji Changxing says that the Bai family is continuously lying because they know Bai Guanlin is the actual culprit and has no evidence to prove his innocence. Jiang Wuqing becomes silent because he realizes that Bai Guanlin's situation has taken a turn where even a lie cannot save him. However, he eventually admits that Bai Guanlin did leave the mountain and violated the rules of Xuandu Temple, but insists that he never killed anyone and that Ji Changxing is the real culprit. Master Zhong snaps, saying that Bai Guanlin broke the rules and he should be punished for it. Jiang Wuqing interrupts and brings up Li Changxi's incident, saying that she once violated the rules and moved freely even while she was under confinement by the temple master. He demands justice for everyone. Li Changxi smiles and says that she accepts her mistake and has no problem if the temple master detects her merit as a punishment. Jiang Wuqing becomes speechless again because the Bai family has always been terrible at merit management. He knows many things are happening behind the scenes, but for now he needs to focus on defending Bai Guanlin. This time Master Zhong again demands to know why Bai Guanlin left the mountain, and Jiang Wuqing replies that Bai Guanlin was trapped because someone had sent him a message note that misled him, giving Ji Changxing the chance to attack his followers. Ji Changxing becomes shocked when he sees the note he actually sent to Bai Guanlin in the temple master's hand, and he immediately thinks that he is doomed. The temple master reads the note out loud so everyone present in the hall can hear it. Ji Changxing quickly interrupts, claiming that it is a setup by Bai Guanlin, who has joined hands with a cult spy to frame him. The temple master tells him to stay calm, saying that even he himself has been framed for illegal actions in the same note. Jiang Wuqing snaps, insisting that Ji Changxing must have planted it on Bai Guanlin's table in his room, but Ji Changxing simply calls him shameless. The temple master then asks Senior Luan to verify the note since everyone trusts him. Senior Luan holds the paper and explains that the paper is the Bai family's agarwood paper, while the ink is ink of illumination, which allows demons to achieve intelligence. This kind of paper cannot be used by outsiders. Hearing this, everyone begins to say that Bai Guanlin was not tricked and that he must have planned everything himself. Ji Changxing smiles internally because even though he wrote the message himself, he is not linked to the paper or the ink. Still, the situation makes him feel like a villain. Ji Changxing looks at the temple master and thinks that he is truly amazing. Jiang Wuqing grows furious and asks Senior Luan if he can examine the message note. However, Senior Luan questions him, asking whether he does not trust his judgment. Jiang Wuqing quickly clarifies that it is only because this is a serious matter and he wants to make sure no mistakes are made. Senior Luan agrees and teleports the message note into the air above the hall so that everyone can see it clearly. All of them notice that it is indeed agarwood paper and ink of enlightenment which only belongs to the Bai clan and anyone from outside does not have the access to get them. Because of this, they begin to believe that Ji Changxing must be completely unaware of these items and that Bai Guanlin is behind all of this. Ji Changxing smirks as he sees the Bai family being mocked by their own people and requests the temple master to deliver the justice because the truth is clear now. However, the temple master cannot rush the matter even though Ji Changxing seems innocent. Bai Guanlin is also not an ordinary person in terms of status. Ji Changxing states that this situation is unfair because every criminal deserves to be punished regardless of their status. Everyone looks at the temple master with curiosity, and Li Changxi jumps into the conversation again, saying that Bai Guanlin is no special person and that Ji Changxing is better than him anyway. The temple master and the other masters sigh, and Ji Changxing also notices that Li Changxi is starting to act crazy again. Suddenly, the Grand Madam arrives at the hall along with Bai Guanlin. She demands to know why their grandson is going to be punished and threatens that whoever is trying to frame him will receive death. The air in the hall grows heavy and all the masters freeze in their positions. The temple master walks toward her and politely asks her to remain calm. Li Changxi quietly signals Ji Changxing and tells him that the Grand Madam is an ancient monster of the Bai family with a special background. She once saved her mother's life accidentally and from that moment, the Bai family's rise began. Ji Changxing feels confused by this information because the Grand Madam does not appear to possess that much spiritual power, yet the tense expressions on everyone's faces somehow confirm her status. The Grand Madam then demands that they check karmic virtue, saying if someone had killed many disciples, it would be revealed immediately. Ji Changxing stands still when he hears this threat. He is not afraid because he already farmed karmic virtue inside the illusion realm in preparation for such a situation. If the temple master and Li Changxi cannot protect him, he plans to protect himself by seeking protection from the Xianhuang Tower of Virtue. He had already planned all of this before making his first move, and now he feels satisfied that everything is moving according to his plan. Ji Changxing asks the Grand Madam why she is issuing orders inside the Xuandu Temple because, as far as he knows, no one has that authority except the temple master. The temple master explains that she is the Bai family's matriarch, but Ji Changxing replies that being a matriarch does not give her the right to make commands inside Xuandu Temple, especially when she does not hold any position there. Li Changxi walks over to Ji Changxing and tells him that Grand Madam is the matriarch of, so she naturally has the right. Ji Changxing insists that he does not remember any such rule existing in the sect regulations. However, he clearly remembers another rule which states that anyone who enters without permission must die. Ji Changxing boldly suggests that the disciplinary hall should execute the Grand Madam as a warning to others. Master Zhong coughs after hearing this because no one in their camp has ever dared to speak so openly before. The temple master immediately tells Ji Changxing to stop speaking about the Grand Madam in such a manner. He explains that the Bai family has provided great service to Xuandu Temple, which is why she is highly respected there. However, Ji Changxing remains firm and does not withdraw his words. He asks the temple master if this means Fairy Linglong has already been uncrowned from her throne. Hearing this, the temple master becomes angry and snaps at him, warning him to shut his mouth or he will no longer consider his young age. Ji Changxing still refuses to back down and points out that Grand Madam is the one violating the sect rules, yet the temple master is harsh toward his own disciple while showing tolerance to others. Li Changxi then tells him that it does not matter whether he accepts this or not because he is just a poor commoner, while the matriarch is the Bai family's founding ancestor. She also taunts the temple master, saying that he believes in double standards which make him ignore the poor, while fearing the powerful. She states that it is not Ji Changxing's fault that he comes from a poor background. The temple master then explains the situation to the matriarch. He says that even though Li Changxi and Ji Changxing are younger than him, he still cannot punish them without a proper reason. He politely asks for forgiveness for the embarrassment she is facing today. The matriarch replies that the warmth of Xuandu Temple has already faded since the day Linglong stepped down. Hearing this, Ji Changxing immediately snaps and tells her not to trap everyone with emotional words, openly calling her shameful for twisting the truth. Ji Changxing still does not back down from his statement and demands that the matriarch descend the mountain. He makes it clear that they are sparing her life out of respect for her old age, but he will not accept her violating Xuandu Temple's rules ever again. The temple master sighs, even though he is fascinated by Ji Changxing's boldness and has already decided that he will vote for him as the spokesman next time. He now expects the matriarch to leave if she still has some dignity left after such insults. The matriarch coughs weakly and says that she will descend the mountain, but as she speaks, blood suddenly comes out of her mouth. Ji Changxing is taken aback and quickly says that it seems the Bai family has a habit of framing others, because he did not do anything this time. The Grand Madam had endured the pain of losing her child and had already sent the younger generation away. She even used the death of her kin to exchange for greater benefits for the Bai family. Ji Changxing thinks about this and begins to feel doubtful because a woman with such a strong will should not cough up blood just from anger. Bai Guanlin stands beside the matriarch and says that she was not framing anyone, but was ambushed. He explains that it happened in his room because Ji Changxing had filled it with traps and poison earlier. The matriarch entered the room and accidentally triggered one of the traps. Everyone in the hall listens to him in silence. Ji Changxing knows that those traps were originally prepared to deal with by Guanlin, but Guanlin's filthy mindset ended up sending his own ancestor to take the hit instead. Ji Changxing then sarcastically says that it seems he must have also given birth to Bai Guanlin, since everything somehow ends up being blamed on him. The masters in the hall sigh after hearing this. Bai Guanlin suddenly bursts into laughter and mocks him, saying that a poor commoner like Ji Changxing cannot even come close to the status of his late father, who was the husband of Fairy Linglong. The matriarch thinks that Ji Changxing is being influenced by Li Changxi, which is why he is speaking like this, but Ji Changxing immediately defends Li Changxi by saying that he has never seen someone as talented, intelligent, and beautiful as her. Li Changxi finds herself becoming even more impressed by him. The matriarch knows that the Bai family has already suffered a huge loss, and if they lose against Ji Changxing now, it will bring nothing but shame to their name. She demands that the temple master use the Xianhuang Merit Tower to find out the real culprit, saying that if the demon-revealing mirror has already given the correct reading, then the Merit Tower will certainly not accuse an innocent person. Ji Changxing replies that she is teaching the temple master how to do his job again. The temple master sighs, thinking that using the Shenhuang Merit Tower will be risky because it always reveals the truth. Ji Changxing actually killed Bai Guanlin's followers, so he might be exposed. However, to his surprise, Ji Changxing steps forward and says that he is ready to be tested by the Shenhuang Merit Tower, but he sets a condition that if he is proven innocent, Bai Guanlin must be punished for framing him. Bai Guanlin cannot believe Ji Changxing actually agreed to the test and thinks that he must be insane. However, Ji Changxing declares that he is the reincarnation of the Southern Pole Longevity Emperor and fears nothing. He claims that he is willing to do everything in order to prove his innocence and asks the temple master to begin the test. Bai Guanlin also accepts the condition, turning the matter into a formal deal. Everyone in the hall starts gossiping about Ji Changxing's earlier words and wonders if he has actually lost his mind. However, they also think if Bai Guanlin were truly the culprit, the matriarch would not have asked to use the Shenhuang Merit Tower for verification. The temple master knows that merit can be shared, but the merit given by others and a person's own merit are completely different. Because of this, he is afraid that Ji Changxing will be exposed. However, Ji Changxing stands calmly with a faint smile and requests the temple master to give his approval. The temple master finds himself unable to understand where Ji Changxing's confidence comes from because despite being the suspected culprit, he is the one insisting on the Shenhuang Merit Tower test. In the end, the temple master decides to leave it to him and makes it clear that if the test proves that Ji Changxing was framed, Bai Guanlin will have to pay the penalty and even Fairy Linglong will not be able to protect him. Ji Changxing knows that the true essence of the Shenhuang Merit Tower is considered supreme even in the immortal world. In comparison, it would not be a big deal even if Bai Guanlin actually killed someone. The matriarch still believes that Ji Changxing is highly influenced by Li Changxi, but she also begins to doubt Bai Guanlin slightly. At that moment, Bai Guanlin hears a voice inside his mind telling him to give up because it is still not too late. He panics and snaps, urging the temple master to begin the test quickly. He claims once again that he is innocent and Ji Changxing mockingly calls him a copycat for stealing his lines. Bai Guanlin becomes angry but forces himself to stay calm because he cannot wait to see Ji Changxing's true face exposed. The temple master gives the order to activate the Shenhuang Merit Tower and Qi Gathering Formation. Soon, a glowing golden lotus appears in front of Ji Changxing, shining so brightly that it lights up the whole area. The light is so strong that it hurts the disciple's eyes. Ji Changxing feels a powerful wave of energy flow through his body, filling him with strength. The temple master and the other masters become shocked and cannot believe what they are seeing because they have never witnessed such an immense amount of merit in one person before. Some of them even begin to wonder if Ji Changxing has saved the whole world, because one petal of a merit lotus means saving at least 100 lives, yet he possesses a complete lotus. Everyone watches in amazement and cannot look away as Ji Changxing slowly rises upon the golden lotus, floating gently while its petals glow and shine with great power. The temple master stares at him in disbelief and begins to wonder if Ji Changxing truly is the reincarnation of the Southern Pole Longevity Emperor. At that moment, he realizes that his previous expectations of Ji Changxing were far too low. Ji Changxing's body continues to glow more as golden energy gathers around him, and the light becomes stronger while spreading out from his body. Even his eyes begin to shine with the same golden energy, and he stands there with firm determination, as if declaring that his destiny cannot be controlled by heaven itself. Ji Changxing gives Bai Guanlin a side glance with a smirk, saying that he has now revealed his true self. Ji Changxing sweats, filled with anxiety and shock. He cannot bring himself to believe that Ji Changxing could have accumulated so much merit, and he begins to question himself, wondering if he is really the one who killed his own followers. However, Ji Changxing only smirks because he knows that the Shenhuang Merit Tower is not wrong. He did save a world, but that has nothing to do with whether he killed anyone or not. This logic is something only he and Li Changxi can understand. The Bai family used the tower to prove his crime, but instead it gave him the official title of unrivaled philanthropist, and even Fairy Linglong will not be able to touch this title. Everyone begins to look at Bai Guanlin with hatred because he has not been proven innocent. He feels helpless as the crowd turns against him. They believe that Bai Guanlin tricked them and that he is the real culprit. Ji Changxing asks him to stop his acting and admit his crime like a real man. Since there are already witnesses and proof against him, only Bai Guanlin's confession could help him keep even a little dignity. Bai Guanlin still denies the accusations and insists that he did not kill anyone, claiming that Ji Changxing is framing him. He even says that the Shenhuang Merit Tower's judgment must be wrong. Then he kneels before the matriarch and continues to explain himself, saying that everyone is shifting the blame onto him. The matriarch suddenly slaps him hard across the face and snaps that it is enough. She tells him that he has lived like a loser and now he has dragged the entire Bai clan down with him. With embarrassment, she looks at the temple master and says she has nothing left to say. They can punish Bai Guanlin in any way they want and the Bai clan will cooperate. Bai Guanlin stands up helplessly and asks the temple master whether he is showing favoritism toward Ji Changxing or secretly helping him with his plans. Ji Changxing smirks at Bai Guanlin's foolishness because he could easily ask them to test his own merit and clear himself from suspicion, yet he is choosing to act emotional instead. Ji Changxing then asks the temple master to decide Bai Guanlin's punishment. He even provokes the masters by saying that people will believe Xuandu Temple has double standards if Bai Guanlin is not punished. Another master steps forward and tells Ji Changxing to return to the Yaoguang illusory realm. The matter of Bai Guanlin's case will take time to discuss and they will give him a formal answer the next day. Ji Changxing says that he will take his leave out of respect but all the disciples will be waiting for a fair decision from the masters. When Ji Changxing steps out of the Xuandu Temple, he sees a large crowd of disciples cheering for him. Li Daoyan and Ning Hongye rush up the stairs to reach him and ask if he is alright. Ji Changxing reassures them that he is fine. In his mind, he knows that he has already won the hearts of the people now that is what truly matters to him. He thanks the disciples loudly and tells them that his survival at the main peak is not his personal victory, but a victory for justice. The disciples begin celebrating with firecrackers and loud applause. Even the masters watch the celebration for a moment, but their attention suddenly shifts when a jade sword appears out of nowhere. A voice comes from the sword, asking about its son. Ji Changxing tells his fellow disciples that he is aware of the problems ongoing in this world but the fact that he walked out alive today proves that Xuandu Temple is not surrounded by complete darkness yet. He says that he believes Xuandu Temple will have a bright future under the hands of the temple master. In his heart, however, he knows that he is saying all these things to gain more reputation among the disciples. Meanwhile, the masters inside the Xuandu Temple stand respectfully beneath the jade sword. The voice coming from the sword belongs to Fairy Linglong. The temple master tells her that there is a small matter that happened with her son and he will make sure to handle it properly. However, she interrupts him and simply asks him to come to her. The person represented by the jade sword is known as the strongest, and that person is Fairy Yu Linglong. Outside Xuandu Temple, Li Daoyan and Ning Hongye praise Ji Changxing's talent. Ji Changxing feels especially grateful toward Hongye because she was the one who gave him information about Bai Guanlin's followers and that she is still choosing to keep that a secret. Ning Hongye explains that she decided to help because her family also has a blood conflict with the Bai family. She tells him that the loss of her father and her nation can only be answered through a fight to the death. She also tells Ji Changxing that he will be considered a highly honored guest in her family if he has truly made up his mind to go against the Bai family. However, Li Daoyan warns Ji Changxing not to trust Ning Hongye because the Bai family is not easy to pull down. But Ji Changxing does not think it looks very difficult. Li Daoyan says that Ji Changxing only won this time because Bai Guanlin was stupid and did not know how to defend himself properly. When Ji Changxing hears this, he realizes that Li Daoyan still believes he is innocent. In Ji Changxing's mind, he already considers Li Daoyan like a nephew, because he has already imagined himself marrying Li Changxi. Following Fairy Linglong's command, the temple master walks to the 9th floor of the Xianhuang Merit Tower. After announcing his presence, Linglong finally appears before him. She demands to know what is going on because Bai Guanlin crushed the token she gave him and claimed that he was framed by the temple master and a young disciple. The temple master explains that the Bai family provoked Ji Changxing first and placed false accusations on him. Although Ji Changxing just fought back, he admits that his actions were a bit too fierce. Linglong responds that problems between younger generations should usually be solved by themselves. She says that she is actually more curious about how Ji Changxing owned so much merit. The temple master tells her that he is also confused about it and never expected Ji Changxing to completely turn the situation around with the golden lotus of merit. Linglong then reveals that she recently visited the immortal realm and noticed that the Southern Pole's Emperor of Longevity has not shown up in a long time. Because of this, she suspects that he may have already fallen. The temple master is taken aback after hearing that there is a chance that the Emperor of Longevity has fallen. He asks Linglong to avoid visiting the immortal realm because she has not ascended yet. However, Linglong does not think it is a problem because the Xianhuang Merit Tower always protects her. She is able to travel the primordial immortal realm without being detected, but she knows she cannot visit too often. Her accession is actually guaranteed, but traveling into the primordial realm could still bring trouble. The temple master asks why Linglong would take such a risk, and she tells him that she was actually frightened by Li Changxi. The temple master becomes confused and asks if she really believes that Li Changxi is the reincarnation of the lunar star. Linglong replies that Li Changxi's merit is crazily high and she often travels through the mortal world to help others. Her cultivation is also advancing at a surreal speed and keeps breaking all her previous records. The temple master admits that he also finds many of Li Changxi's actions unbelievable, and sometimes he even finds himself actually believing her story. However, he adds that they should not allow a stupid person like Li Changxi to mislead them. Linglong agrees with him and says that when she traveled through the immortal realm, she saw that the lunar star was still shining normally, and the fairy of Guanghan Palace still appears from time to time. The temple master then asks if Ji Changxing might really be the emperor of Southern Pole longevity. Linglong explains that a great Luo is an extremely powerful being who protects many heavens and worlds. If a great Luo dies, those worlds could be destroyed, so they usually leave plans or legacies behind to prevent disaster. She thinks that Ji Changxing might be connected to one of them, either as the reincarnation of a great Luo or as their chosen successor. However, the temple master says that if Ji Changxing is the successor, that would mean he carries the great Luo's inheritance, which is extremely tempting. Linglong replies that she has no interest in such inheritance, but if Ji Changxing truly achieved the inheritance of the Southern Pole longevity emperor, then his enemies would at least start from the level of a great Luo heavenly emperor. Linglong adds that there is also a mysterious rumor about the origin of that emperor. The temple master asks her to explain further, and she tells him that long ago, before the world had a shape, a supreme being known as the primordial heavenly king emerged from the void to create heaven and earth. He took on a glowing, sun-like form to separate the sky from the land and maintain the balance of the universe. Although he was a single sacred being, he was honored by 3 grand titles, including the Great Emperor of the 9 Dragons. Later, he united with a powerful goddess to master the harmony of yin and yang, and together they raised 8 sons. The eldest of them later became the Emperor of Longevity. The temple master quickly asks her to stop speaking further because this is such a sensitive topic. Linglong then says that if it is actually true that the Emperor of Longevity has fallen, then the primordial immortal realm must be filled with countless hidden dangers, which can lead to another earth and heaven disaster. The temple master feels terrified at the thought that the Southern Pole longevity emperor's lineage might actually be real. If someone killed the primordial heavenly king's firstborn, it would provoke a world-ending revenge. He fears that such an event would force other supreme powers to intervene, triggering a holy war. Realizing that such a massive conflict would destroy everyone in its path, he warns himself that this dangerous topic must never be mentioned again. He then asks Linglong if Bai Guanlin is the reason she woke up. Linglong replies yes and says that Bai Guanlin told her he was about to die, so he reached out to her for help. The temple master asks what he should do about the case between Bai Guanlin and Ji Changxing. Linglong replies that he is the one she appointed as the temple master, so the decision should be made by him. The temple master promises that he will handle things properly. On the other hand, Ji Changxing wanders around the mountain with a talisman in his hand, and hears people talking about how Bai Guanlin framed someone else as a murderer after killing his own followers. Soon after, he hears the voice of a girl named Bai Zhonghui saying that she will hire an assassin from the Killer Alliance to teach Ji Changxing a lesson. Ji Changxing becomes curious about her and contacts Li Daoyan and Ing Hongye through the talisman. They tell him that Bai Zhonghui was adopted by the old madam as her foster daughter, and she was not originally from the Bai family. She earned over 100 million top-grade spirit stones for the Bai family, which gained her the old madam's favor. They add that she is also the wife of Elder Jiang Buqing from Xuandu Temple. Ji Changxing has already expected this and realizes that all his enemies are gathered on the same plate. He also remembers how Jiang Buqing disrespected him earlier and decides that he will take his revenge through his wife. He then transforms himself into Bai Guanlin's appearance and deliberately drops his message talisman on purpose. Jiang Buqing slams his hand on the table and accuses Bai Zhonghui of cheating on him with Bai Guanlin because she is too close to him. Bai Zhonghui tries to explain that she is innocent and only got close to Bai Guanlin because he is the son of Fairy Linglong and it has nothing to do with personal matters. But Jiang Buqing refuses to believe her and says that he is only holding back because she has a Bai surname, or else he would have broken her legs. Bai Zhonghui continues to explain, but Jiang Buqing snaps again, saying he will not believe any lies she tells. She offers to let him check her messages and chats with Bai Guanlin, but he still refuses, claiming she must have deleted them all. Holding a talisman, he says that Bai Guanlin accidentally sent a message into the family chat instead of sending it only to her, and that is how their supposed affair was exposed. Bai Zhonghui thinks it must be a misunderstanding because Bai Guanlin is not foolish enough to make such a mistake. She suspects that someone must have stolen his talisman. Then they hear Bai Guanlin's message from the talisman, explaining that his message talisman was stolen and someone is framing him. Jiang Buqing realizes he misunderstood his wife. Bai Zhonghui insists that she never tried to cheat. She looks at him with hope, thinking that his anger shows he still cares. She insists they should investigate together and she will make sure Bai Guanlin gives an explanation about the message so the Bai family can uncover the truth. Jiang Wuqing studies her and realizes she is not stupid enough to do something like that. He also believes that Bai Guanlin could have sent that message by mistake. He mentions that he heard that Fairy Linglong's jade sword appeared today, so Bai Guanlin was released. Bai Zhonghui holds his hand and explains that this has nothing to do with Fairy Linglong and that she is completely innocent. Jiang Wuqing agrees that they will investigate the matter and find out the truth themselves. Bai Zhonghui feels a slight relief, knowing that there is still a chance to fix things, and she knows that she and Bai Guanlin never did anything. She sends all of her disciples to go and locate the truth for her. At the same time, the Bai family is also investigating because Bai Guanlin is involved. They are disappointed in Bai Guanlin but cannot afford to lose an ally like Jiang Wuqing, who is rising to the rank of elder in Xuandu Temple. They need to prove that it is a misunderstanding. In Xuandu Temple, finding the truth is not difficult. They finally locate Bai Guanlin's talisman outside the Yaoguang illusory realm and realize that Ji Changxing stole it, because the crime scene is right outside the Moon Palace. Bai Guanlin thinks Ji Changxing must have taken the talisman during their fight. Ji Changxing notices that Bai Guanlin becomes sharper whenever he targets him. Bai Guanlin says Ji Changxing will not escape this time because he set up a water technique mirror outside after leaving the main peak hall. Jiang Wuqing is not impressed but agrees to see the water mirror technique. Bai Guanlin swings his hands to form the water mirror, but the footage looks obviously fake. Bai Zhonghui tells him to create convincing evidence if he is going to fake it. Embarrassed, Bai Guanlin becomes silent. Jiang Wuqing explains that it is just an illusion and that Ji Changxing transformed into Guanlin's appearance to create a misunderstanding between them. Bai Guanlin feels relieved when he sees that Jiang Wuqing understands him. He did not expect him to behave so maturely. Jiang Wuqing says that he knows that this is one of Ji Changxing's evil tricks to frame Bai Guanlin because he is not insane enough to throw his own message talisman outside the Yaoguang illusory realm. He adds that Ji Changxing has been playing so smartly, but this is not going to work anymore because Fairy Linglong has come back. Jiang Wuqing says that for now, they should ignore him and end this topic here. Bai Guanlin also decides that he will just follow Jiang Wuqing for now, and his revenge against Ji Changxing will be fulfilled soon. Ji Changxing continues to watch and listen to them. When Jiang Wuqing leaves, Bai Zhonghui collapses to the ground, and Bai Guanlin walks to her. She accuses him of ruining her relationship with Jiang Wuqing and continues to sob. Bai Guanlin becomes confused seeing her like that and walks to the matriarch. The matriarch looks at him and sighs because he is the reason everything is ruined, and no one can even punish him since he is Fairy Linglong's son. Everyone in the Bai family is secretly in despair because their future might end up in the hands of an idiot like Bai Guanlin. She commands everyone to forget what just happened and move on, as Jiang Wuqing said before leaving. The matriarch feels disappointed because Zhonghui used to be her biggest moneymaker with high intelligence. That was the reason they were able to marry her to Jiang Wuqing, who holds real power in Xuandu Temple, but she ruined it all by committing one mistake. Bai Zhonghui sobs more and the matriarch believes that the true culprit is Bai Guanlin, but since they cannot accuse him, the blame will shift onto Ji Changxing. She reassures Zhonghui that things will be fine soon and that she just needs patience. Inside the Bai family, many shameful things have happened before, and large clans often hide secrets. Compared to those matters, the situation between Bai Guanlin and Bai Zhonghui is not very serious since they are not related by blood. However, both of them have important identities, so this scandal cannot be allowed to spread, it must be buried to protect the Bai family's reputation. The matriarch suggests that Bai Zhonghui earn Jiang Wuqing's forgiveness. Bai Guanlin, however, is still confused about why Jiang Wuqing is even mad when he knows the message was just a misunderstanding. The matriarch becomes more annoyed and realizes that she wants nothing more than to teach Bai Guanlin a lesson, but she feels helpless. Meanwhile, Bai Guanlin believes they should not burden themselves with things like this. Ji Changxing watches this and realizes that Bai Guanlin's mindset is actually not stupid. He knows Bai Guanlin will not keep up with his double-minded thinking he is planting in everyone's heads. Even though Bai Guanlin knows Ji Changxing is behind all of this, no one will believe him. Ji Changxing is somehow impressed by Jiang Wuqing asking everyone to move on and ignore his actions. He decides that he will kill those Jiang Wuqing wants dead, and will do everything which Jiang Wuqing can never dare to do. Ji Changxing spent 2 years working slowly on Blue Star, but in personal matters, he always acts quickly. He believes the world is competitive and if a person thinks of something, they should act immediately, especially to protect themselves so the other side does not feel superior. That's exactly what happened with the Bai family. They made him their enemy before he even had a chance to get to know them. Bai Zhonghui's case was similar, she was planning to hire an assassin to kill Ji Changxing. He felt slightly bad for her pitiful state, but she deserved it because he would have been dead by now if he had not acted immediately. Ji Changxing decides to eliminate Bai Zhonghui first by disguising himself as Jiang Buqing. He smirks to himself just as his message talisman lights up, signaling that it is Ying Hongye. She asks why the Bai family is rushing toward Yaoguang. Ji Changxing explains that Bai Guanlin and Bai Zhonghui were in a secret relationship and Jiang Buqing found out. Then Bai Guanlin shifted the blame onto him, claiming that he stole his message talisman. However, Ying Hongye does not accept his explanation. She seems to know that Ji Changxing actually stole Guanlin's talisman, causing the misunderstanding between Zhonghui and Jiang Buqing. Ji Changxing becomes annoyed but not surprised. Ying Hongye has been helpful, but she is not like Li Changxi. He prefers Li Changxi and Li Daoyan because they always believe whatever he says and never question him. Hongye teases Ji Changxing by asking if he is actually planning to kill Bai Zhonghui. His annoyance toward her grows stronger because she is judging his character. She warns him not to act recklessly since Zhonghui has strong backing. Ji Changxing is also under the eyes of many and any wrong step could get him caught. If he strikes now, all the dirt previously thrown on by Guanlin before would be wasted. Ying Hongye tells him that he still has many chances to move against Bai Zhonghui later, as her cultivation level is average. For now, he should rest or the consequences will be severe. Ji Changxing asks why she is saying this and Hongye informs him that Fairy Linglong has appeared. Ji Changxing smirks, realizing that his strongest support system is about to show up and thanks Hongye for the warning. Ji Changxing wanted to ask Li Changxi about Fairy Linglong's preferences, but he realized that doing so would expose his true intentions. He knows that Li Changxi will not refuse double cultivation with him because she truly believes he is the Southern Pole Longevity Emperor. Ji Changxing takes a peaceful sleep that night while Bai Zhonghui lives miserably. She sees her married life collapsing before her eyes, and returns to Jiang Buqing's residence to explain herself, but she does not get to see him. She does not understand why Jiang Buqing is so angry at her when he knows she did nothing wrong, but she still wants to clear her name. Zhonghui decides to stand outside Jiang Buqing's cave, only to notice many female disciples of the Yanxia branch attending her husband, which makes her jealous. Ji Changxing enters the Golden Core and calculates that it will take him about 5 years to reach the mid-Golden Core, and 30 years of hard work to have a chance at a nascent soul. After calculating this, he gives up on bitter cultivation and decides to go for the merit grinding instead. He spends his time eating, sleeping, and doing what he pleases. Soon, he feels that his realm has advanced again. Li Daoyan calls Ji Changxing at Yanxia Peak to hang out with them. He tells him that Bai Zhonghui caught Jiang Buqing red-handed cheating and is now fighting that female disciple. But Ji Changxing is surprised because he is not behind this time. Ji Changxing reaches Yanxia Peak and meets Li Daoyan and Ying Hongye. Li Daoyan tells him that Jiang Buqing has a nickname in Xuandu Temple, the warm-hearted man of Xuandu Temple. Ji Changxing cannot believe that someone like Jiang Cheng could earn that title and compares himself with him. Hongye asks Ji Changxing if he was the one who set up the scene of Jiang Buqing cheating on Bai Zhonghui. Hearing this, Ji Changxing gives her a side glance and tells her to stop blaming him for everything like Bai Guanlin, because this time he is actually clueless. Ji Changxing asks Li Daoyan to explain the situation. Li Daoyan says he heard that Jiang Buqing had an argument with Bai Zhonghui, and she stayed outside his cave all night. But then that morning, she saw a female disciple going into Jiang Buqing's cave and noticed her clothes were wet when she came out. This made Zhonghui believe that Jiang Buqing was cheating on her, and she began beating the female disciple in anger. Ji Changxing tries to imagine himself in Jiang Buqing's place but realizes he cannot even picture himself cheating on a partner. He understands that Zhonghui must have worried that Jiang Buqing would go after other women to take revenge on her, so she misunderstood the situation and snapped. Ji Changxing watches her beating the female disciple without pause and notes that the water on the woman's clothes is from the spring and that she still has her red pellet on. He realizes that nothing is going on between her and Jiang Buqing. Ji Changxing also knows that he cannot even use his heavenly demon cult techniques there in public but wonders if he should try. Ying Hongye asks him if he can guess whether a girl is untouched, and Li Daoyan also expresses his wish to learn this ability, jokingly calling Ji Changxing his father. However, Ji Changxing actually wants Daoyan to address him as uncle-in-law when he is in a good mood because he has already planned his wedding with Li Changxi in his heart. He then tells Li Daoyan that Bai Zhonghui already knows the truth and is just taking her anger out on the female disciple because that is what the Bai family does. Ying Hongye warns him to be careful and not expose that he caused the misunderstanding between Jiang Buqing and Bai Zhonghui the night before. Ji Changxing smirks and acts innocent, pretending not to understand what she is talking about. Despite this, he cannot stand seeing an innocent female disciple humiliated in the public. He decides to step up, knowing this is also another chance to defame the Bai family. Ji Changxing shouts, demanding everyone stop. Bai Zhonghui glares at him and grits her teeth, telling him to stay out of the Bai family's matters. Ji Changxing remains firm and says he cannot act ignorant when someone is clearly facing injustice. He lifts the female disciple from the ground, making it clear that Bai Zhonghui is not allowed to bully a Xuandu temple disciple within the temple. Li Daoyan smirks from behind and points out that Bai Zhonghui does not even hold any position inside the temple. Ji Changxing stands straight and demands to know why the Bai family is so obsessed with violating the rules of the sect, entering whenever they want without any position. He calls for Jiang Cheng to show up and stand up for himself, calling him a coward and saying he is not a real man for hiding after his wife accused him of cheating, even though she was the one having an affair with Bai Guanlin and reversed the accusation onto him. Everyone present begins to gossip about the affair between Bai Guanlin and Bai Zhonghui. A man wonders how this is possible since they both are from the same clan, but another man explains that Bai Zhonghui is not biologically from the Bai family and only took the surname after marrying Jiang Buqing. Ji Changxing notices that while Li Daoyan may be a bit native, Ying Hongye is smart because the gossip about the Bai family and Jiang Buqing is not something a normal person would dare to spread. Ji Changxing also knows about the conflict between the Bai family and the Ying family and realizes that Ying Hongye acted quickly when she saw the chance and aligned perfectly with him. Meanwhile, Bai Zhonghui becomes furious and tells Ji Changxing to stop blabbering nonsense. Ji Changxing shouts back, saying she does not need to act like a child because now everyone knows about her affair with Bai Guanlin. Zhonghui snaps again and asks Ji Changxing how he even found out. Ji Changxing sees an opportunity and twists her words, pointing out that she did not deny the affair and instead asked how he discovered it. He says that an innocent person would have denied it immediately. Ying Hongye agrees, making others question Bai Zhonghui's character. She adds that the warm-hearted man of Xuandu Temple, Jiang Buqing, and the stories about his loving marriage were just an act, showing that the Bai family is truly a mess. Bai Zhonghui protests that she and her husband are deeply in love and that all claims against them are false. Ji Changxing then swings his fingers and creates a water mirror, explaining that Bai Guanlin tried to frame him yesterday but he was proven innocent because the temple master saw through the Bai family scheme. Since then, he has remained on guard against their clan. He shows everyone the footage in the water mirror, revealing the Bai family's continued attempts to frame him. Everyone watches Bai Guanlin in the water mirror and realize he has caused trouble for the Bai clan again, feeling sorry for Jiang Buqing. They also see that Jiang Buqing has a chance to break ties with the Bai family but still refuses to do it, showing that he fears the strong and only bullies the weak, making him a shame among men. Ji Changxing reassures the female disciple not to be afraid, saying no one from the Bai family can rule in Xuandu Temple. He asks Li Daoyan to bring the discipline hall's law enforcement leader, and Li Daoyan nods before leaving. Ji Changxing makes it clear that any kind of abusive power will not be tolerated in Xuandu Temple, and the other disciples agree with him. Ji Changxing realizes that Jiang Buqing really has such a strong patience, as even after all this, he still refuses to show himself. Ji Changxing wonders if Jiang Buqing is actually cultivating the Crimson Blood Sword. The enforcement leader arrives and walks directly to Ji Changxing, asking him to come because the matter is serious. He drags Ji Changxing away after warning everyone that if any word of this spreads beyond the mountain, there will be severe punishment. Everyone becomes confused, but Bai Zhonghui shows an evil smirk, believing Xuandu Temple is about to change because Fairy Linglong appeared the day before. Her thoughts grow more extreme as the demonic desire from the scripture amplifies the negative emotions in her heart, making her act without fear. Normally she would not dare to do something like this, but the influence of the scripture makes her behave differently. Even so, there is still a mistake in her judgment somewhere, though she has not realized it yet. At the main Peak Grand Hall, the temple master plots to destroy the Bai family's influence within Xuandu Temple. He knows that his authority comes from Fairy Linglong, who chose him as the leader over the Bai family, and he plans to use the recent scandal to finally drive them out. His strategy involves demoting Ji Changxing and sending him away from the mountain so the family loses the support of Xuandu Temple. However, because Ji Changxing has always been respectful and is seen as a good luck charm, the temple master decides not to sacrifice him completely. Instead, he hopes to convince Ji Changxing to cooperate with the plan so he can remove his enemies while keeping his loyal subordinate safe, gaining an advantage for both himself and Ji Changxing after eliminating the Bai family. Ji Changxing walks to the Grand Hall, realizing his plan against Jiang Buqing has failed. Seeing the law enforcement leader drag him away shows that the temple master is not following his plan. He knows the temple master is stubborn and hard to manipulate, and since Fairy Linglong is unlikely to support the Bai family, Ji Changxing guesses that the temple master's real target must be someone other than Jiang Buqing. Ji Changxing asks the temple master to punish him by sending him off the mountain, explaining that he defended the female disciple from Bai Zhonghui's bullying and that being demoted might actually help the master deal with the Bai family more effectively. The temple master listens carefully, recognizing Ji Changxing's cleverness and sense of responsibility, and invites him to sit in a seat usually reserved for the highest level leaders. He wants that while Ji Changxing is still at Xuandu Temple, the sect can protect him from the Bai family, but once he leaves, he will be on his own. Ji Changxing admits that he does not have a perfect plan to survive outside the temple. Hearing this, the temple master advises him to seek a stronger force for protection, specifically suggesting the heavenly demon cult as a power he could rely on after leaving. Ji Changxing wonders if the temple master is testing his identity as a spy agent for the heavenly demon cult. But then he realizes that the temple master is powerful enough to kill him instantly, so he would not bother with such a test. Ji Changxing asks if he is suggesting that he should go and seek protection from the wife of the heavenly demon cult's leader. The temple master sees that Ji Changxing is quick enough to guess his intentions and finds himself even more impressed by him. He confirms his guess and says that since Ji Changxing reported the illegitimate son of the old demon Yu, this allows him to receive protection from the Joyful Union Saintess. The temple master also tells him that there is no guarantee that the secret can remain completely safe. However, Ji Changxing already knows that Madame is aware of his spy identity and she even sent someone to contact him earlier. The temple master explains that the Joyful Union Saintess is the only woman capable of being compared to Fairy Linglong. Although she is slightly weaker in cultivation, the power and influence she holds are greater than Linglong's because of her special status. Ji Changxing is taken aback, as he did not expect his other supporter to be this powerful. The Heavenly Demon Cult and the Joyful Union sect are both powerful factions equal to Xuandu Temple. The temple master explains that if these two groups join forces, they could defeat the temple in a 2-against-1 fight, even without counting special factors like Fairy Linglong and the Xianhuang Tower of Merit. The Joyful Union Saintess is a highly influential figure in the demonic path, and her presence can determine whether there is peace or chaos. She is also the only person with strong will to protect Ji Changxing because he unintentionally helped her by getting rid of the illegitimate son of the old demon Yu. Ji Changxing feels slightly stressed because the temple master wants him to become an undercover agent inside the Joyful Union sect, while in reality he was originally sent by the Heavenly Demon Cult to act as a spy in Xuandu Temple. The temple master remarks that Ji Changxing's appearance actually fits well with the demonic path. Ji Changxing immediately denies this and says that he is a pure nobleman who cannot be compared to the demonic members. The temple master chuckles and agrees in a teasing tone, saying that Ji Changxing is actually more ruthless than them. Ji Changxing sighs because the temple master is also behaving like Ying Hongye, thinking of him as the most heartless person. The temple master believes that Ji Changxing will be able to pass the test of the Joyful Union sect, and once he gets along, it will be easier to kill the Bai family members. He also explains that if Ji Changxing is no longer a disciple of Xuandu Temple, he will be able to move freely and will not be restricted by the sect rules. The temple master promises that he and Li Changxi will take care of everything within the laws so Ji Changxing will not face trouble. Ji Changxing thinks about this and realizes that the righteous path requires him to follow strict rules. If he kills people openly, the temple master will not be able to protect him. He considers joining a demon cult because the temple master could then send disciples to eliminate those demons as an official task, which would protect Ji Changxing at the same time. Ji Changxing jokingly asks the temple master what will happen if he actually becomes the leader of the cult. The temple master laughs and replies that if that day comes, he will not hesitate to hand Xuandu Temple to Ji Changxing as well, allowing him to unite both the demonic and the righteous path. Ji Changxing reminds him not to forget this promise. At that moment, however, Ji Changxing is slightly worried that his progress is too fast. It is already obvious that he may ascend and become an immortal before the temple master does, but he knows that for now he only needs to focus on becoming stronger. He then asks how he will be to reach the Joyful Union Saintess. Ji Changxing knows he cannot risk telling the temple master that he has already made contact with Madame, even though he is technically on his side. The temple master explains that the lecturing leader is in contact with the Joyful Union Saintess and that he will ask for her help to arrange Ji Changxing's introduction. Hearing the mention of the lecturing leader, Ji Changxing sighs quietly and realizes that not everyone is as easy to deal with as Li Changxi, Li Daoyan, and Bai Guanlin. Ji Changxing suggests to the temple master that if the lecturing leader is connected to the Joyful Union Saintess, she might also be an undercover agent inside Xuandu Temple. The temple master explains that the lecturing leader's background is clean and she only made a private connection with the saintess after dealing with the old demon Yu. He adds that although the righteous and demonic paths appear to be mortal enemies on the surface, many people still maintain some private connections. Even Fairy Linglong is on good terms with the great emperor of the Yellow Springs. Ji Changxing then asks if the lecturing leader will really help him. The temple master smiles and says that Ji Changxing acting smart makes him feel more relieved. He reveals that the mysterious figure who saved Ji Changxing at the time when he was trying to eliminate Bai Guanlin was the lecturing leader. He also says that he is aware she has already extended goodwill to Ji Changxing on behalf of the saintess of the Joyful Union sect. The temple master asks Ji Changxing to stop pretending to be clueless because none of this is hidden from him. Ji Changxing sighs, realizing that the temple master knows far more than he expected. The temple master then reassures Ji Changxing that he holds no ill intentions toward him as long as he does not harm Xuandu Temple. Ji Changxing explains his concerns, saying that Bing Zipping was killed after he reported him and that Li Daoyan also told him any undercover agents from the Heavenly Demon Cult would be eliminated instantly. However, the temple master replies that Bing Zipping had no powerful backing. Ji Changxing immediately understands that background and support matter greatly in such situations. The temple master explains that the reason he wants to send Ji Changxing to the Joyful Union sect is that his character and actions appear unclean in the eyes of the righteous path. However, he would never consider killing him because the Xianhuang Merit Tower has already acknowledged Ji Changxing. He simply asks Ji Changxing to trust both him and Xuandu Temple. Ji Changxing smiles when the temple master remarks that things will not be a problem once Ji Changxing becomes the master in the future. The temple master then informs Ji Changxing that Fairy Linglong has confirmed that Li Changxi is not the reincarnation of the Supreme Moon Lord. Fairy Linglong traveled through the primordial immortal realm and personally saw Fairy Chang'e living perfectly well. He warns Ji Changxing not to let Li Changxi's words mislead him. However, Ji Changxing feels that Li Changxi not being Fairy Chang'e has no logical connection to whether she is the Supreme Moon Lord or not. He is aware that Li Changxi has some strange behavior, yet he still believes she can be considered someone closely tied to the lunar star, even though he knows he himself has nothing to do with it. In Ji Changxing's mind, as long as Li Changxi's mother is Fairy Linglong, he will marry her one day. Ji Changxing then asks the temple master if it would be a good idea to eliminate a few people before leaving for the Joyful Union sect. At the same time, the female disciple who was bullied by Bai Zhonghui walks on the road with Jiang Buqing, Bai Zhonghui, and several other disciples. She suddenly steps forward and confesses her wrongdoing. She claims that Ji Changxing bribed her to create a misunderstanding between Jiang Buqing and Bai Zhonghui. According to her story, she realized her mistake after being persuaded by Jiang Buqing and Zhonghui. She repeatedly asks everyone for forgiveness and reports Ji Changxing to the sect authorities, accusing him of bribing her to stage this cheap scheme in order to damage the reputation of Bai Zhonghui and Jiang Buqing. At that moment, Ji Changxing walks out of Xuandu Temple and hears the accusation. Seeing the female disciple kneeling and blaming him while bowing to the ground, he suddenly bursts into loud laughter. After a moment, his expression turns cold and he looks directly at Jiang Buqing and asks where his masculinity has gone. Ji Changxing reminds him that his wife was having an affair with Bai Guanlin, and he was the one who spoke up earlier for him out of a sense of justice, and now Jiang Buqing is siding with injustice. However, Jiang Buqing understands the truth, but he cannot openly oppose the Bai family because Bai Guanlin is still alive and the Bai family holds great influence. He also knows that the female disciple was bribed by them and that Ji Changxing saved her from Bai Zhonghui's bullying. Even so, he chooses to protect himself and lies that he and his wife are on very good terms. Ji Changxing says that men like Jiang Buqing are a disgrace to all men. He then turns to the discipline leader and asks for his opinion. The discipline leader calmly tells Ji Changxing that he must be taken into custody for investigation since the female disciple has reported him. Hearing this, Ji Changxing finally loses his patience. He suddenly rises into the air and leaps toward Bai Zhonghui. In a single swift strike of his sword, her head separates from her body and blood splashes everywhere, even onto Ji Changxing's face. He speaks each word loudly, knowing he has gone against his own belief of only killing demons. However, the constant schemes and provocation from the Bai family since he arrived at Xuandu Temple have pushed him past his limits. Everyone stands frozen as they see Bai Zhonghui's severed head on the ground. Ji Changxing speaks angrily, claiming that the Bai family forced him into actions he never intended. He threatens to eliminate anyone who opposes him from now on. His harsh words frightens the crowd, who believe that these are his true intentions. While in reality, Li Changxi is channeling him, but no one knows about that, which makes the scene more shocking and tense. All the disciples are shocked by the sudden and unexpected attempt of Ji Changxing severing Bai Zhonghui's head from her body. The temple master also witnesses everything from the main peak grand hall and feels a wave of satisfaction. He believes that the harsh scolding Ji Changxing delivered has completely cut off the Bai family's retreat in Xuandu Temple, something he himself had wanted to do for a long time. At that moment, Li Changxi suddenly appears and remarks that Ji Changxing's reputation, which he built with so much effort, is now ruined. The temple master replies that Ji Changxing does not care about reputation and that many opportunities still lie ahead for him. Li Changxi teasingly says that if Ji Changxing stayed in the Xuandu temple, he would eventually become just like the temple master. The temple master sighs and does not argue with her. Instead, he thinks that Ji Changxing is actually better than him if he is truly the Southern Pole longevity emperor. He tells Li Changxi that he is beginning to believe her claim that Ji Changxing might really be that emperor, and that is the reason he treats him so well. The temple master admits that he once planned to snatch his Tao as well, but that would make him an evil. The temple master even admits that he once considered stealing Ji Changxing's Tao, but doing so would have turned him into an evil cultivator. Li Changxi, however, is already fully convinced that Ji Changxing is the emperor, and she claims that only a fool would refuse to believe it. The temple master chooses to agree with her because he knows that Li Changxi has mental issues and arguing with her would achieve nothing. Since she supports him in many matters, he decides he can tolerate her harsh remarks. Li Changxi comments that the Bai family is fortunate to have Ji Changxing on the ground to deal with them. She tells the temple master that he should make good use of this opportunity. The temple master admits that he had originally planned to wait until Fairy Linglong ascended before making his move, but Ji Changxing's fierce actions have created a chance earlier than expected. He asks Li Changxi to safely escort Ji Changxing down the mountain while he handles the rest of the arrangements. Li Changxi winks at him and instantly teleports to Ji Changxing. Ji Changxing notices that Li Changxi has come to protect him, although he does not think it was truly necessary. In his view, only the Bai family wanted to stop him and no one else would dare interfere. He clearly observes the Bai family and sees Jiang Buqing, who is the strongest among them. However, Ji Changxing remembers that when he killed someone in front of Jiang Buqing earlier, he did not react at all. Ji Changxing then looks at the crowd and notices that half of the people seem impressed by his courage, while the other half appears troublesome. These people are divided between those who support the temple master and those who follow Ing Hongye. Ing Hongye's group openly supports Ji Changxing, while the temple master's faction holds greater influence among the disciples. The group of disciples continues to shout, demanding justice for Ji Changxing and punishment for the Bai family. Ing Hongye stands quietly among her followers while observing both Ji Changxing and the temple master's disciples. At first, she believes that the disciples support Ji Changxing because they are inspired by his actions. However, she notices that both she and the temple master are actually using the same strategy, guiding public opinion with the help of a hidden water army. This realization makes her feel confident, as she now believes her own political skill is comparable to the temple master's. Meanwhile, the temple master remains seated calmly on his throne, silently enjoying the outcome he has carefully arranged. Li Changxi escorts Ji Changxing halfway up the mountain of Xuandu Temple. She clings to Ji Changxing's neck and says that he is going to give the Bai family a very tough competition. She reminds him that in the past she directly killed their heir, yet the Bai family did not dare to question her. Ji Changxing knows that Li Changxi usually escapes trouble because of her mental condition, but his situation is different. She also has the support of the temple master, which makes things easier for her. Li Changxi explains that the temple master actually wants Ji Changxing to establish some merit over the demon cult and then return to take over his position as the temple master. However, Li Changxi believes that the temple master does not realize that Ji Changxing does not care about false fame and profit. Ji Changxing simply stares at her, because in reality she is the one misunderstanding him. Li Changxi says that it is good for Ji Changxing to descend the mountain because great achievements cannot be obtained by staying trapped in a limited place. She adds that once she also descends after accumulating her merit, the two of them will roam freely across the world together. Hearing this, Ji Changxing feels a little sorry for Li Changxi's previous 8 disciples who were executed. In his opinion, those simply did not know how to deal with a mentally unstable master like Li Changxi, unlike him. Ji Changxing coughs lightly and asks Li Changxi how they will stay in contact once he descends the mountain. He tells her that she is the only person in the world who truly understands his soul. Li Changxi becomes emotional after hearing his words and says that they can communicate through their message talismans. She also tells him that he can participate in the major plan she has been preparing to exterminate the Bai family. Li Changxi explains that she has already realized the Bai family has accumulated enough negative karma to anger heaven itself, and many people already resent them. She believes that destroying the Bai family would bring great merit and might help her break through to a higher cultivation realm. Since Ji Changxing will soon descend the mountain, she suggests that he act as the vanguard in dealing with the Bai family. Ji Chongqing thinks carefully and realizes that the first thing he must do after leaving the mountain is to exterminate the Bai family because their plans are getting out of control. Even so, he asks Li Changxi if the Bai family is easy to destroy since they are strong enough to stand before the temple master as his opponents. He also wonders which side Fairy Linglong actually supports. Li Changxi explains that Fairy Linglong does not involve herself in such matters and does not take sides. However, she once granted the Bai family 3 chances to ask for help, and they have already used 2 of those chances. Li Changxi adds that the temple master has indeed already driven the Bai family down the mountain, and now the Bai family is too embarrassed to approach Fairy Linglong and use their final chance. She continues by saying that many schemes are already forming around them. Several powerful factions are waiting for an opportunity to move against the Bai family, including both the Li family and Ying family. Li Changxi says that their own camp is very large, and the demon cults will also take this chance to embarrass Fairy Linglong. Li Changxi then advises Ji Chongqing to seek help from the Joyful Union Saintess. Ji Chongqing becomes curious after hearing the saintess's name from Li Changxi and asks about their relationship. Li Changxi causally reveals that the saintess is actually her paternal aunt and that the Li family has deep connections across both the righteous and demonic paths. Ji Chongqing thinks about this and realizes that the saintess is willing to indulge Li Changxi's behavior, which clearly shows that their relationship is quite close. Because of this, Ji Chongqing sees Li Changxi's value as an ally increasing even more. He decides that he still wants to marry Li Changxi in the future, even if Fairy Linglong ascends to the higher realms. Li Changxi tells Ji Chongqing that the Joyful Union Saintess will take care of him, but she cannot promise that he will easily be accepted into the heavenly demon cult. Ji Chongqing sighs because he does not want to tell her that he has already been there before, that is actually his origin. Li Changxi continues and says that Ji Chongqing also will not be able to gain the saintess's trust as easily as the temple master expects. She reminds him that he offended the Bai family and was not expelled from Xuandu Temple only because Fairy Linglong chose not to intervene. Ji Chongqing explains that the temple master told him he has a private method to contact the Joyful Union Saintess. However, Li Changxi believes this is unlikely because the saintess does not trust people easily. Ji Chongqing still insists that the temple master believes he can pass the demon cult's test. Once he descends the mountain, he will be able to eliminate people freely and Xuandu Temple will automatically remove his name. After that, the heavenly demon cult will believe that he no longer belongs to the righteous path. However, Li Changxi thinks that Ji Chongqing would need to kill someone with a higher status in order to pass such an assessment. Ji Chongqing silently calculates and decides that after descending the mountain, he will target Bai Guanlin, since his status is high enough. Li Changxi warns him that the Bai family's power is even stronger outside the mountain, so he must be extremely careful. She adds that she will ask the temple master to also send Li Daoyan and Ying Hongye with him. Ji Chongqing feels grateful for Li Changxi's concern and then, she hands him something that looks like a face mask. Ji Chongqing begins examining it and Li Changxi explains that it is the supreme treasure of their Youguang lineage called 1,000 Faces and then 1,000 Forms. The treasure has the ability to turn the real into fake and fake into real, allowing the user to transform into any appearance they desire. Ji Chongqing becomes excited and immediately asks about its limits. Li Changxi tells him that it can easily fool ordinary people, but deceiving experts with higher cultivation would be much more difficult. She also reminds him that it only creates illusions, so he still needs to remain cautious. Even so, Ji Chongqing feels that the treasure is already more than enough for his needs. He asks Li Changxi whether the Bai family has powerhouses above the nascent soul realm. Li Changxi confirms that they do, but she explains that the cultivators at that level would never be driven down the mountain in the first place. With that explanation finished, Ji Chongqing swings the treasure mask in the air and quickly transforms himself into Jiang Wuqing with visible excitement. Li Changxi looks at him and says that she can still see through the disguise, but ordinary people and the Bai family members who were driven down the mountain do not possess the insight to notice the illusion, so the plan should work. Ji Chongqing then asks Li Changxi to keep watch over Xuandu Temple because if the real Jiang Wuqing descends the mountain with the Bai family group, his disguise would immediately be exposed. Li Changxi reassures him that the temple master has everything under control. Feeling grateful, Ji Chongqing sets off to carry out his mission to eliminate Bai Guanlin. Meanwhile, the Bai family begins descending the mountain under the temple master's orders. Jiang Wuqing stands quietly while staring at the severed head and lifeless body of Bai Zhonghui on the ground, feeling completely helpless. His thoughts drift back to his earlier days of fame when he was known as a talented young elder of the Xuandu Temple, praised by both the righteous and demonic paths. It was only after he gained that reputation that the Bai family arranged his marriage with their daughter, Bai Zhonghui. Remembering this now fills him with humiliation. When Jiang Wuqing recalls Ji Chongqing's battle earlier, he strangely feels a sense of satisfaction from watching those strikes. He reminds himself that a cultivator must never lose the fighting spirit within their heart. Even though he wants to kill the Bai family himself, he fears retaliation from both the clan and Fairy Linglong. Because of this, he decides to act indirectly by relying on illusion techniques. Although he is not a successor of the Youguang lineage, he still believes that illusions will allow him to strike from the shadows and achieve his goals without facing direct consequences. With this thought in mind, Jiang Wuqing quietly uses his technique and transforms his appearance into that of Ji Chongqing. The Bai family finally descended the mountain. It was said that the temple master wanted to save some dignity for the Bai family, but public opinion was surging, so he had to prioritize the wishes of the people. In his heart, he actually wants the Bai family to use their last chance and ask Fairy Linglong for help. It is annoying that the only person capable of doing this is the matriarch, not Bai Guanlin, and she is wise enough to not waste their final chance on this matter. When the matriarch found out that Ji Chongqing had risked his life to descend the mountain and the public within the Xuandu temple was also fully supporting him, she immediately told the Bai family to pack up their belongings. When one disciple suggests that they should ask Fairy Linglong for help, she strikes him harshly and yells, making it clear that they are in no position to make demands of Fairy Linglong. The matriarch says that the capable members of the Bai family work away from the mountain to strengthen the family's foundation, while those who remain in Xuandu temple are useless and weak. She calls them trash and rice weevils. She explains that the smart members know how to use Fairy Linglong's name to strengthen the family, while the others lack both talent and clarity. She admits that their stupidity cannot be fixed and they need to work hard to protect the reputation given to them by Fairy Linglong. The Bai family did not dare to speak against any order of the matriarch, and in less than an hour, they stepped onto the path down the mountain, leaving away the judgmental gazes of Xuandu temple disciples. The people of Xuandu temple are also mature enough to understand that the temple master himself did not want the Bai family to remain. They know they cannot risk offending the temple master for the sake of the Bai family, so they just decided to stay silent. However, soon, a wave of warmth flows through the hearts of the Bai family members when they see Jiang Wuqing waiting for them halfway down the mountain. The matriarch smiles as she walks toward him and holds his hand. She had expected that he would cut ties with them after Bai Zhonghui's death, but Jiang Wuqing tells her that the death of Zhonghui does not change the amount of respect he holds for her. Regardless of Bai Zhonghui, she has always been supportive toward him. Although the matriarch internally blames Jiang Wuqing for Zhonghui's death, she still pretends to be warm toward him. She knows that the Bai family cannot afford to lose someone as valuable as Jiang Wuqing. She calls Bai Guanlin forward and orders him to kneel and apologize to Jiang Wuqing. However, Guanlin becomes confused and asks what he has done that requires an apology. Hearing this, the matriarch grits her teeth. Jiang Wuqing reassures her that it is not a big matter, saying that he will just hug Bai Guanlin and let this small misunderstanding end. Jiang Wuqing walks to Bai Guanlin and pulls him into an embrace, but in the next moment he drives a knife straight through Bai Guanlin's body. In truth, this Jiang Wuqing is actually Ji Chongqing in disguise. The matriarch rushes forward to catch Bai Guanlin and angrily demands to know how Ji Chongqing dared to kill a member of the Bai family. Because of the appearance mask Ji Chongqing is wearing, she still sees him as Jiang Wuqing. Ji Chongqing bursts into a maniac laugh and loudly declares that he, Jiang Wuqing, is determined to kill Bai Guanlin. Then the next moment, the real Jiang Wuqing suddenly appears, running toward them. He is transformed into Ji Chongqing's appearance. When Ji Chongqing sees him arrive, he immediately decides to escape. The Bai family members mistake Jiang Wuqing for Ji Chongqing and ask if he has come to save the Bai family. Jiang Wuqing collapses to the ground in defeat, realizing that he will now be blamed for the attack on Bai Guanlin. Ji Chongqing stays still in Jiang Wuqing's form. He feels annoyed because when he was about to completely eliminate Bai Guanlin, someone in his appearance showed up out of nowhere. He decides not to think about who that might be. His knife had almost pierced through Bai Guanlin's heart, but in the end he had no choice except to use the demon cult's blood escape technique to fly away instantly. This situation has now become troublesome. Meanwhile, Li Changxi begins creating chaos with the purple mysticine thunder, the power she stole from Jiang Wuqing. She successfully pokes a hole in the sky, and harsh lighting strikes the ground, instantly eliminating the remaining Bai family members. She feels proud to be helpful to Ji Chongqing since he is the only person who always listens to her. The temple master soon learns about the disturbance and becomes alarmed, demanding to know who caused such chaos in Xuandu temple. Li Changxi understands that her illusions could never fool someone like the temple master. She realizes that he does not hold the highest authority in Xuandu temple for nothing. However, she also knows that he cannot do anything about the situation now, because the damage has already been done. The temple master sits on his throne while sweating with anxiety. Even though he trusts them, Ji Changxing and Li Changxi never fail to give him small heart attacks. He never expected them to actually poke a hole in the sky. When he looks down at the dead bodies of the Bai family members, he feels a hint of concern. At that moment, the discipline leader walks to the temple master and reports that Jiang Buqing was responsible for everything. The temple master immediately asks for evidence. The discipline leader explains that before the Bai family members died, they shouted that Jiang Buqing wanted to silence them, and he even admitted it himself. He also adds that Ji Changxing witnessed the scene and can serve as a witness during the judgment. The temple master says that no matter what happened, they still cannot hide the truth from Fairy Linglong. However, the discipline leader points out that Fairy Linglong is in reserved cultivation and she will never know about it unless someone personally informs her. He further reports that Jiang Buqing has already fled in order to escape the punishment. The temple master mocks him, saying that Jiang Buqing once used to be the bravest man in Xuandu Temple and now he ran away like a coward. He then orders the discipline leader to issue a wanted warrant for Jiang Buqing. They conclude that Jiang Buqing must be held accountable for the deaths of the Bai family members, since blaming Ji Changxing and Li Changxi would be no different from holding the temple master himself responsible. Meanwhile, Ji Changxing reaches the base of the mountain and meets Li Daoyan and Ying Hongye. Li Daoyan excitedly tells him that all the Bai family members were killed by Jiang Buqing in a single attack. Ji Changxing nods and says that he also witnessed the scene with his own eyes. Li Daoyan remarks that it feels surreal for someone like Jiang Buqing to do such a thing, but the Bai family really pushed him past his limits. No real man would bear this much humiliation. Ji Changxing agrees and decides that he will make sure Jiang Buqing is remembered throughout the world as a steel-nerved true man. Ying Hongye cannot bring herself to believe that Jiang Buqing is the one who killed the entire Bai family. She suspects that Ji Changxing must also be involved somewhere. She gives Ji Changxing a side glance, thinking that there is no way someone like Jiang Buqing would dare to eliminate the Bai family right within the Xuandu Temple. If it were Ji Changxing, it would sound reasonable. However, she still believes someone else must have worked with Ji Changxing, because he is merely a beginner golden core cultivator with very weak combat power. Hongye believes that the real person behind this must be the temple master, because he always prepares everything in advance and he is the only one with the confidence to hold a conversation with Fairy Linglong. Even so, she still feels grateful toward Ji Changxing, because the Bai family's destruction is good news for the Ying family. Ying Hongye suddenly clings to Ji Changxing's neck to express her gratitude, leaving him confused. Li Daoyan snaps and asks Hongye to explain her intentions. Ji Changxing tells her that she does not need to thank him, because he is only a witness. If there is someone she should thank, it is Jiang Buqing. Hongye replies that the Ying family will naturally reward Jiang Buqing for what he did. Ying Hongye knows that Jiang Buqing will not stay in the Xuandu Temple after everything that has happened. Therefore, the Ying family plans to offer him shelter, because it would be extremely difficult for him to descend the mountain safely without being captured. Ji Changxing agrees and says that he also believes that everyone truly deserves to be called members of the righteous path, and meeting teammates with such a level of competence is blissful. A steel-nerved man like Jiang Buqing should not be sentenced to death. Hearing this, Li Daoyan briefly wonders if he should ask Li Changxi to save Jiang Buqing. But he quickly dismisses the idea, thinking that Jiang Buqing is already doomed and begging for mercy would be pointless. Even so, he cannot help feeling impressed by Jiang Buqing's boldness in killing the entire Bai family, including the matriarch and Bai Guanlin. In his view, even Fairy Linglong would not be able to save them now. When Ji Changxing hears this, he remembers that when he was still on the mountain, the matriarch's great limit was approaching and she was just surviving on Xuandu Temple's heaven and earth spiritual energy. Ji Changxing also recalls that when he ran away after stabbing Bai Guanlin had not died at that moment. He wonders if Bai Guanlin died by his own strike or if Jiang Buqing killed him. Earlier, Li Changxi had informed Ji Changxing through a message talisman that Jiang Buqing has transformed into Ji Changxing's appearance. Ji Changxing now realizes that Jiang Buqing originally intended to kill the Bai family while using his identity to frame him. Thankfully, Ji Changxing had already predicted Jiang Buqing's true intentions earlier, which is why acted so carefully. Now he believes that Bai Guanlin was really killed by Jiang Buqing in the end. At the same time, Jiang Buqing continues to run away from the Xuandu Temple disciples. He keeps shouting that he did not commit any murder, but the disciples refuse to believe him because they claim to already have evidence. They demand that Jiang Buqing stop running and come down, accusing him of annihilating the entire Bai family with the purple mystic Yin Thunder power he obtained during the northern expedition against the demon cult. Jiang Buqing continues insisting that someone is framing him, but the disciples refuse to listen. Finally tired of trying to explain himself, Jiang Buqing swings his sword in the air to fight back. However, in the next moment, a burst of glowing spiritual energy strikes him and sends him falling off a cliff, leading to his death. Everyone immediately looks up and sees the lecturing leader standing in the sky. Ing Hongye cannot hide her admiration for her, and Li Daoyan also comments that ever since the lecturing leader stepped down from her position, the Yanxiao lineage system has ruined. Hongye admits that she did not expect the lecturing leader to personally take action this time. However, Ji Changxing quietly thinks that Li Changxi is still the best among all of the people of Xuandu Temple. Despite her mental issues, she is at least friendly, unlike most other women in Xuandu Temple. The lecturing leader slowly approaches their group. Ji Changxing already knows that the person she wants to speak with is him. Ji Changxing stands still with Li Daoyan and Ing Hongye. He looks at the lecturing leader and realizes that demon cult members truly have no morals and are brave enough to meet in the daytime. He can only admire her boldness. The lecturing leader walks toward them and says that after the incident involving the Bai family, their family elders have entrusted her to look after them. Ing Hongye expresses her gratitude toward the lecturing leader. The lecturing leader looks at Ji Changxing and he greets her respectfully. She asks him why he is giving her a disciple's salute when he is withdrawing from Xuandu Temple. However, Ji Changxing knows that she is only pretending to be oblivious about the fact that they are both from the heavenly demon cult. Ing Hongye interrupts and explains that Ji Changxing killed Bai Zhonghui out of righteousness because she violated the sect rules. She also points out that none of the masters have officially announced that Ji Changxing will be expelled from the temple. The lecturing leader understands that even the temple master cannot easily control someone like Ji Changxing, just as she cannot. She feels tired inside, but she cannot show it, because her pirate ship has already boarded and there is no chance to go back. She believes that after seeing the loyalty report that Ji Changxing submitted, neither the Joyful Union Saintess nor the old demon you will refuse to accept him. Ing Hongye finds herself agreeing with the lecturing leader's earlier words. She realizes that Ji Changxing has indeed gone too far this time, and the temple master might not be able to cover him. Even so, the Ying family would always welcome him if he needs support. Ing Hongye smiles and says that she knows the lecturing leader also values Ji Changxing. The lecturing leader admits that she does admire him, although she never expected him to have such a potential. She only expected him to be a good spy agent, but he directly proved himself to be a Grandmaster-level undercover agent. Even the Joyful Union Saintess was left speechless when the lecturing leader reported that Ji Changxing had killed the son of Fairy Linglong. The lecturing leader then turns toward Li Daoyan and Ing Hongye and tells them that she will escort them to the Clear Breeze Inn at the foot of the mountain. After that, she will return to Xuandu Temple once their family guards arrive. She did not mention that she actually needs a private space to have a conversation with Ji Changxing. Li Daoyan says that she is being overly protective, but the lecturing leader explains that the Bai family incident has made their families a bit scared. And with Ji Changxing, unexpected situations are totally expected. Li Daoyan thanks her for her concern and then jokingly tells Ji Changxing that he should sleep in the same room with him for safety. Ji Changxing immediately kicks him away and says that he does not need his protection. However, in truth, Ji Changxing suspects that the lecturing leader will launch a night visit on him, so he cannot allow Li Daoyan to stay in the same room. Later that night, Ji Changxing sits quietly on his bed in the upper of the Clear Breeze Inn. Just as he expected, the lecturing leader shows up in his room. Ji Changxing gets up from the bed and walks to her. Seeing his hesitation, the lecturing leader tells him that she has already set up a barrier so he does not need to worry about anyone outside discovering what happens inside the room. She sighs and says that the temple master has already exposed the identity she worked so hard to maintain to him. Then she asks Ji Changxing if he is curious about why she cooperates with the Joyful Union Saintess. To her surprise, Ji Changxing calmly replies that he is not curious about it, explaining that curiosity usually kills people and he considers himself a cautious person. The lecturing leader cannot believe his answer. After a moment, she suddenly bursts into laughter. She remarks that if Ji Changxing is a cautious person, then she has never encountered someone who could be called reckless. After that, she takes out a red thread and hands it to him. She explains that it is called the thread of connection. One end of the thread represents Ji Changxing, while the other end is connected to the Joyful Union Saintess. She tells Ji Changxing that from now on he will be able to contact the Saintess directly. The Saintess is currently waiting on the other end of the connection, and if Ji Changxing wishes to see her, he only needs to refine the thread. Once he does that, she will be able to pull him over to her side. Ji Changxing continues to examine the thread of connection in his hand. He hesitates to refine it because he fears that the Joyful Union Saintess might be in her bedroom with the old demon Yu. He does not know how he would explain himself to the old demon Yu that there is nothing going on between him and his wife. Even though he knows that the saintess has no reason to harm him, he still cannot act carelessly. The lecturing leader teases Ji Changxing by calling him a coward. She tells him that the old demon Yu and the joyful union saintess have not shared a room for 20 years and that she usually stays in her own temporary residence when she has nothing to do. Ji Changxing understands the situation, but he still cannot bring himself to feel secure within the heavenly demon cult. The lecturing leader explains that Ji Changxing can only be pulled over when the joyful union saintess willing draws him in. Otherwise, the thread of connection will function the same as the message talisman. However, Ji Changxing finds himself becoming more interested in meeting the saintess. He wonders if he can work with her to send the old demon Yu to his death. The lecturing leader urges him to stop hesitating and refine the thread because the joyful saintess is waiting for him. Ji Changxing becomes shocked to hear this. She explains that the things Ji Changxing has done naturally provoke everyone to pay attention to him. She reminds him that he is the only one who dared to report the illegitimate son of the old demon Yu, and he also managed to kill Fairy Linglong's son. That is why the joyful union saintess is curious to meet him. However, Ji Changxing knows that all of this is just a misunderstanding, and he intends to explain it to her face to face. At the same time, he realizes that clinging to the saintess's support might be the only way to protect himself from the old demon Yu. Ji Changxing finally refines the thread of connection and disappears from his room into thin air without alarming anyone. The lecturing leader did not tell him that the thread of connection is a kind of direct teleportation magical treasure, a special technique of the Joyful Union sect. In the past, when the old demon Yu and the Joyful Union saintess got married, one of the goals was to practice the refining method of thread of connection. However, their wish remained unfulfilled due to the rising conflicts among them. This thread is especially attracted to the second-generation immortals with powerful backgrounds. The lecturing leader sees that both Bai Guanlin and Bing Zipping died easily because they had not refined the thread of connection. If they had refined even once, they could have used it during danger to escape and Bing Zipping could have even returned to the old demon Yu's place. Meanwhile, Ji Changxing finds himself inside the Joyful Union saintess's residence. He looks around the surroundings and assumes that the saintess might not show herself directly. He even finds it unfair that he cannot see her. Ji Changxing greets her formally and offers respectful blessings. Even though she has not revealed herself yet, Ji Changxing can already feel a seductive aura filling the place. He quickly understands why she usually meets people from behind a screen, because he is already struggling to maintain control. The joyful saintess finally reveals herself and Ji Changxing immediately forces himself to lower his gaze. She remarks that she cannot see any extra body parts or anything unbelievable about him, yet he still dares to act so boldly. Ji Changxing continues to look down, suspecting that there is actually something up with the saintess's cultivation because he never feels like this when facing Li Changxi. The saintess then asks him what he would do if he had to pick between Mu Xian and being loyal to her right now. Ji Changxing becomes confused because he does not recognize the name. The saintess explains that Mu Xian is actually the real name of the Xuandu Temple's master. Ji Changxing suddenly realizes he never paid attention to learn the temple master's name before, though he thinks it sounds pleasant. Without thinking, Ji Changxing replies that he chooses to be loyal to her. The saintess smirks, clearly impressed by Ji Changxing's answer. She then tells him that he will not be able to cultivate the demonic path techniques she once mentioned even though his merit phenomena once filled the sky. At that moment, Ji Changxing's powerful merit suddenly fills the space. The pressure makes the joyful saintess struggle to breathe and cough in shock. She finds it hard to believe that he is the #1 figure of Xuandu Temple's new generation. Ji Changxing remains calm and confidently declares that he is a disciple of the righteous path. But is Ji Changxing truly loyal to the saintess, or is he hiding something? Comment Dragon if you want part 2. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more manhwa content.